veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. And I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, man, I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la. 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh, I've been driving this train, is in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, 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 la 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 la, la 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 la, oh, oh. 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb.
Yes, good people, big up to all of you. Welcome once again to another edition of the Blue Morning Show. And today we have quite, not too many, but enough items are lined up to talk about this particular morning. We'll talk about Pedro Lima to Chelsea. We'll talk about Trafford joining Newcastle United. We'll also talk about Amanda Broja's future. We'll talk about Chelsea's interest in Julian Alvarez. Okay, I think that's the correct pronunciation. We'll talk about the possibility of Chelsea target Osimhen joining Al Ali, and then we'll talk about more stuff about Enzo Maresca. And I hope more importantly, I do hope you're all doing well. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And if you're following the show, please keep dropping the likes on the stream. We have we're 12 minutes, 13 minutes into the show, 10 of which of that those minutes are were for the intro, the music. But we have 23 people watching, 26 likes. If you haven't, please do take a second to drop a like on the stream for us, and come with your own topic, because at a certain point, if we're like topic, we say then we tell people to ask questions. So it is live news slash Q&A. And for those of you who are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat, just know that we appreciate you. And that's because you watching alone does go a long way. But we want to ask you for one favor, one tiny bitty favor, which is to take a second and drop a like on the stream for us. The like do go a long way. And before we continue, please pardon me while I take a sip of my coffee so we can continue. Good coffee as always. So that's, by the way, I hope you're all doing well. Let me say hello to those of you in the chat. We have the link there if you want to become a member. We do appreciate that. It does go a long way for us. And we have Almighty Blues FC and Kit, my brother from another mother. I do hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Please, if you haven't, take a second to go check out his YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. And let's help him get to 20,000 subscribers as soon as possible. He deserves to be there. But big up to you, more importantly, up to Charles. Indeed, I appreciate you. And we have Shafardinho. Big up to you, Shafardinho. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show this particular morning. In total, we have 21 people watching. No, in total, 44 people watching, 22 on YouTube, the rest on X. We'd really appreciate you to come join us on X if you're following the show on X. Fahmi Abdurrahman, good morning to you too, Mr. Fahmi. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I hope you're doing well. Without wasting much of your time, I think we should start addressing the items we have lined up. And if we are lucky enough to have any panelists join us for the discussion, then yeah, we just have to go back a bit to get their opinion on the topic we've already addressed. Just you and I have addressed before they join us. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. We appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Wow, IB, you're early today. You are not late today. That is something. It must be a good day. And IB is saying, good morning to you too, bro. I hope you're doing well. We have to get you a coffee sponsor since I drink a lot of coffee, right? I have to. Because brother, sometimes I wake up as early as 1 a.m., but in most cases 2:20, 2:30 a.m. and I'm able to push the show further for 2 hours. We're starting 2 hours late these days, and that's because no school of there won't be school for the boys for a while, so that helps me sleep a lot more than usual. But I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, let them come. We will promote it effectively. Olayanju Wasiu, my night, bro. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Olayanju is saying, good morning to you, to Olayanju. That's a very unique name. I lived in Nigeria for nearly the majority of my life, but my teenage life and everything, adult life also. And I don't remember seeing the name Olayanju Wasiu. Definitely Yoruba name. But that's by the way, anyway. It's a beautiful name. Just I wish I know the meaning. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Just give me a second. Let me share the link to the show where a lot of people to get a lot more people to come join us here to enjoy the conversation. And if you're in the chat, if this is your first time here, please let me know. It looks like I've seen two names, those that I'm quite sure that this is their first time here. If that's the case, please do let us know. And if that's the case, welcome to the Chelsea Perspective community. Fill at home, express yourself. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 18 likes, and we are 16 minutes into the show. It's looking good. Let's see if we can get it to 100 likes as soon as possible. Right, let me see what I have to do here. One second, people. All right, I think I need that one, and then I'll go back and do the other one later on. All right, yes, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And we have Matthew Haruna. Sounds like Danwana from northern part of Nigeria. Good morning, Danwa. How are you doing? I hope you're doing good, and thank you so much for finding the time to be with us this particular morning for another edition of the Blue Morning Show. Siaka, my brother from the Madiba land, is saying, hello, okay, Mweni at Chelsea Perspective, all Chelsea fans. Big up, bro. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. And welcome to you too. More importantly, thank you for all the support here. Happy Chide better, Chidema, but I'm quite sure if the boy, definitely Chide better. Chidi, okay, no D there, but Mr. Chidi, welcome. Feel at home, express yourself. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. Thank you so much for finding the time to join us this particular morning. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have 19 likes, but we should be doing way better than that. So we will start addressing the items we have lined up immediately without wasting much of your time. I need to change the presentation window to something like this. Yep, there you go. So we go back to the number one item that was in the number one. This is saying, understand Newcastle United have agreed personal terms with James at Trafford. We were linked with the move for him as priority option to become new goalkeeper. A new proposal to Burnley expected soon in the region of £15 million with add-ins based on performances. Man City will receive 20% of the fee from Burnley. Okay, selling clause. Okay, good. We were linked with the move for him, and chances are, had we been the one, you could say that I've reached this point at the negotiation point. I think probably would be paying a lot more than £50 million. That's just me assuming anyway. I'm not saying for certain that would be the case. But yeah, it looks like he's on the move to Newcastle United, and we've missed out on that particular deal. I don't know whether we were truly interested or whether things we did see at the time were all rumors. But we're moving from that. A lot of people were hyping him, pushing for Chelsea to go through, push for the deal because they see him as good enough on the ball for Angel Maresca and other things they talked about. But that's by the way. We'll move on from him. Who knows what other goalkeeper would be looking at right now? Because I think we're definitely going for another goalkeeper. Right, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And we have Mr. David Felix or David Felix, I don't know what's the correct way. New subscriber here from Nigeria. Please give us update. Yo, my Niger bro. Thank you very much. I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. You're welcome here. Feel at home. Express yourself. Your opinion matters here. All we ask of you is just to keep it civil. But thank you. More importantly, Mr. David Felix, thank you for finding the time to join us this particular morning for another edition of the Blue Morning Show. And obey we Julius. I haven't seen you in a while. But thank you once again for coming back. Chelsea will be fine and better. I hope so. Yep. In the coming season, I hope that happens. I'd love to see that. So we'll move on from the first item, and this one here talks about Chelsea have reporting. But just give me 1 second here. Let me take care of something. Right, people, thank you for your understanding. I left the door open to hear when my boy wakes up and it happened. Thank goodness I heard him. Chelsea will be, yeah, I hope so. That's my belief too. I see Carabao Cup and Conference League in our cabinet. I want us to do a lot more. I want us to qualify for Champions League. We're capable of doing that. Whether that happens, we'll find out. And Tommy Bryan is in the house. A big up coach. If Lukaku says, uh, Chelsea should ban him from anything containing drama, especially those Niger movies. Yeah, Chineke, yeah, and that Heason, elongated Heason and all that. But that's, by the way, I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Pedro Lima. I don't know him. He plays in Brazil's second division, right back. I haven't even watched clips of him, but a lot of hype with regards to his abilities. I say he's good. The ceiling is high for him. But let's just read it. Chelsea have prepared Lima have prepared Pedro Lima deal with Strasbourg. Brazilian right back expected to join the French club from Sport. Is that Recife or I don't know. Rekife? I don't know. Sure, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Agreement on personal terms, working on final details between clubs to be sealed in the next days. Strasbourg move with view. Just give me 1 second, please. Thank you. Sorry, there will be a few more interruptions before somebody takes care of them. But I appreciate you all. Yeah, Pedro Lima. I don't know him. I haven't even seen clips of him. Yep, on Friday, South Africa and Nigeria. Oh yeah, the draw. South Africa scored first, actually. Hello to you too, Constantine Dundu. Big up to you, brother. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And please let me warn you in advance, there will be a few more interruptions from my boy before somebody, again, he's able to walk downstairs to himself, and then we'll be all right. Anything else here? Let's see if any news, um, okay, we know we did see some reports suggesting that Benjamin Sesko, that he's on the verge of joining Arsenal, but something, I think Fabrizio Romano, he just said something that Dodger, Mr. Dodger has brought up. Just give me 1 second here. I will set it up on the I will put it up on the presentation window so we can talk about it immediately. We've talked about Pedro Lima, so let me go place open that particular window over Pedro Lima. Give me 1 second there. Yeah, but keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And Tommy Bryan is saying Pedro Lima is good on both feet. I suspect he might be converted to a left back. And I think I was listening, I did see Ty say chances are he ends up becoming a midfielder, not even a fullback. Please give us an update. Well, just pay attention, Mr. Haruna. We're on it. Pay attention. And again, at some point on the show, you'll be allowed to ask questions if you have any specific questions you want to ask. Very strong for his age. When Lima body feels out, he will look like James. Okay, I don't know him, and I don't want to pretend I know him because I really don't. Ajahn Edikachi, nice to see you too. I hope you're doing well. We have to go back to the presentation window because we have quite a lot there to look at. And this one here talks about that's Fabrizio Romano via United Stand. He's saying that he expects Benjamin Sesko to make his decision very soon. So to me, this was just a few hours ago. This refutes, you can say, the report, or maybe denies the report that Sesko is on the verge of joining Arsenal Football Club. We don't know what to believe. It's everywhere, so we have to be cautious. All we have to do is just look at those the reports out there. Say more importantly, dump them all into a single bucket and call them speculations. If anything, dissect and analyze and then come to a sensible conclusion. At the moment, do I think we're interested in signing Benjamin Sesko? I'd say yes. Do I think it'd be him or bust? I'd say no. Because I don't think we'll sign him and still sign Alvarez. So it's either him. It will end up being either him or Julian Álvarez. So, but I'm not too sure which one. Sesko wouldn't be a bad signing. Alvarez also wouldn't be a bad signing either. Both are young players, so suitable. You can say age-wise, they are aligned with our project, if that makes sense. Siaka, my South African bro, saying, Coach, I hope you enjoy your coffee because I am. I don't think I'd function properly without coffee. I just have to be honest. Yes, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. Well, we are 28 minutes into the show. We have 25 likes. Let's try and get it to 100 likes as soon as possible. The likes do go a long way. In total, we have 80 people watching. Yeah, you could say around 55% of that on YouTube. The rest on X. Let's see what Dante has to say here. It's always a risk signing before major tournaments, especially when we'll play when we will play every game, especially when the player will play every game. The risk you're talking about, is it the risk of the new signing getting injured and then you sign and then you'll be getting an injured player? I mean, yeah, I think it makes sense. Yeah, it's always a huge risk of signing player before major tournaments such as the Euro, and yeah. I think I agree with you. The next item we have here, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Yep. Yeah, but so I agree with you. So as it stands, this particular report, Fabrizio Romano also via United Stand, this is saying as it stands, Chelsea are further in the race of Michael Olise, and I think when we're further in the race to sign any player, I think we end up well, we almost always end up signing that player in question, and I think we'll sign Olise. I get it. There are some reports out there suggesting that Michael Olise, his preference will be to join Manchester United, which I called Hosdung at the time, and then you'd still see some outlets are saying, suggesting that his preference will be to join Chelsea. And for me, I'm inclined to believe that his preference will be to join Chelsea because his brother's still in the club's academy, and he came through the club's academy, and we've been pushing for his signature since last major transfer window. So I think that shows you will almost always see some nonsense. So you can say nonsense reports out there once the transfer window is open. So I'm inclined to believe that he's most likely joining Chelsea, irrespective of what some reports out there say, because that's more believable. But it says, as it stands, Chelsea are further in the race of Michael Olise. United are still interested, though. and we'll look to do a deal once the manager situation is concluded. I think we'll get this deal over the line. I think the owners like him. Give me 1 second again. Give me 1 second, please. All right, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream. I want you before beforehand. It's going to be a few interruptions until he's able to go walk dances on his own. If he does not able to do that, I will interrupt the show to go help take him to my someone to take care of him down there. Yep. Players play harder. Okay, push limits. Yep, international level. Coach, give us an update on Conor Gallagher. I have not seen anything beyond the fact that some outlets was saying that Aston Villa, that they're already in talks with Conor Gallagher's camp, or maybe making inquiries. I'm not too sure. For his situation, anything can happen. Chances are he ends up staying. Chances are he leaves, but most likely he'd leave. And why do I say that most likely he'd leave? It's because from a negotiation standpoint, the club he has the upper hand. The club would have to agree to his demand before he stays, and that's because he's seen that there are multiple clubs interested in signing him. Should he decide to leave, and probably most likely will be willing to pay him a lot more than Chelsea will be willing to pay him, if that makes sense. Yeah, keep dropping the likes on the stream. That's the update by right now. Matthew Haruna, thank you for that. Other content creators are so clueless, saying that we only get Olise because we pay way more. Just give me 1 second, please. Let me take care of this situation, please. All right, apologies, guys. Family comes first, and yeah, I had to run down the stairs. Um, Other content creators are so clueless, saying that we only get Olise because we pay way more. I don't think that's the case. There's a release clause. Yeah. Salary may well be an issue. Whew. I had to run downstairs. It's a long one. Okay. Big up to you too, Ike. I see. Always nice to see you. Yeah, I had to run straight down while carrying my boy. All right, give me a second, please. Let me take a breather here. All right, people. Ike, nice to see you once more. I hope you're doing well. Yep. He's still running. I think there's a chance he stays. I'm not buying into the narrative that he doesn't suit uh suit the new manager's style approach. The truth remains the manager could find a way to make it work. Utilize his industry and ball winning ability and then tax him or charge him to keep it as simple as possible, and he has a place. Yeah, but I'm not too sure what's gonna happen. Happy Chidi, I like your name. Chidebere, I'm guessing. Chelsea are leading the race for Michael Olise. I think I've seen something to that effect too, and I'm inclined to believe that that's the case. Not that his preference is to join Manchester United. I don't believe that one bit. Right, and Siaka is here saying, I'm so saddened that Jackson is injured. Bad news for Chelsea FC. Uh, no wonder the new Chelsea manager doesn't want players to go to internet to answer international call-ups. I think Jackson will be all right. I think he injured his ankle. I don't think it's that serious that he's going to miss the start of the season. I think he'll probably still be part of the preseason. That's my. I have to pay attention again. I think the Senegalese FA didn't sound as if it was anything serious, given what I saw online. The little one wants to join. um, no, he doesn't want that. We are upstairs, and the others are downstairs. And I had to leave the office door open. He likes to stay with me, so to make sure when he wakes up that I know. And he woke up, and I tell him, okay, goes downstairs. He says, okay, bye. And then in a few seconds, he comes back again with one excuse. All right, Jackson will be fine a few weeks out. Yep, that's what I believe will be the case also. This is saying, let's see. Yeah, after carrying a 2-year-old down the stairs, it's not easy. Yep, family comes first. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much for that too. But I'm fine. I'm fine. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Olise, I want him to come to Chelsea. I think the coming to Olise joining Chelsea doesn't mean it's over for Madrid. I think they both can still play. That's why with Chelsea, we don't need just one good player and then one backup player. We don't even need backup at Chelsea. We need capable starters, two capable starters in every position. That way, when player A gets injured, if player B comes in and does an equally good job or an even better job, and that's why I hate to use the term sign a backup player, sign a backup player. No, sign another starting player to compete with the current starting player. So we have two excellent players in each position. Whoever comes in will still not fear for the quality of the team's overall display, if that makes sense. So at least for me, if we can get the deal over the line, I'll take it. Even if it means Madueke, you can say feels like feels like he doesn't want to stay because of the arrival of Olise, then so be it. Then he's not good enough to play for Chelsea. We should be like Real Madrid. You're not playing, but you still want to show that you're better than the starting player. And if you do better in training, the manager selects you over the starting player. If that makes sense. Let's see. All right, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes still go along with 34 likes. Let's try and get it to 100 likes as soon as possible. I know we can do that. Only if you believe. Let's see anything else here. I'm waiting for that comment. It's a bit slow to come up here. This is saying with Pies coming next season as well, it will be interesting, quite interesting. Pies, and also there are a lot of players I think will be given. The manager would want to see during preseason. Pies' case, he comes in, he joins them. I think the plan is for him to join the first team immediately. It will be quite interesting, as I agree. Then Messinho, what's his name? Real name again? He comes in, and if you after paying that much money for him, I don't think we'll send him out on loan. There's also Angela Gabriel, who's shown that he's an excellent player. I think it will be interesting to see what Enzo Maresca does because the preseason will be packed with a lot of potentials, good players also. To be more specific, there. I think one July 1st. When's it? No, August. I think I don't know the date that he opens. Why don't I don't know? Someone when does the transfer window official? When does it open actually? Do you really think Pies will be a starter, even Willian Estevao? I think both are capable of being starters, but we don't know. It's up to the manager to decide. But in the case of Estavo, we paid a lot for him, and when you pay a lot, that much money for that for a young player like that, I think probably they'll tell the manager. You could say part of the manager's job is to make sure to get it to make it work. Yeah. I think they'd be starters. Maybe the integration process will be gradual. There's no way to know, but we will we will find out when we get there. It's that sort of situation where you say, you know what, we will cross that bridge when we get there. That's I'm just gonna leave it at that. Yeah, it says this one here. What a steal of a deal for Everton. Oh, okay. Do you really? Yeah, I've answered that one. Peter Pan. Um, any news on the list to Chelsea? Fabrizio Romano said we are further into um, what was the language he used? Let me see it. Chelsea, as it stands, Chelsea are further in the race for Michael Olise. So, which means we're still there. Nothing. I'm seeing some people saying we've already agreed personal terms with him. Some are saying that yeah, that was what we agreed on last transfer window. Nothing new. So, but the good thing is that we're still there. Angela Gabriel as well are doing so well. We will be loaded. Yep. So the manager, he has a lot of work to do to select. I think we're hearing that he wants around 25, most 28-man squad, but we'll find out. We need loans and some muscles, but Pies is ready. I don't think the club will loan out Messinho. Let's see. He will always tell you that, but we'll find out. I don't think a plan is to learn. Yeah, I don't think so. You don't pay that much money to learn how to play of that quality. Transfer window will open June 14th. Are you serious? Wow. But thank you. I didn't know that. I appreciate you educating us on that. And that's Sahid. That's another brother there. Sahid Abimbola, my Niger bro. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. So before I bring on Bobby, if you don't mind, if you're in the chat, please take a second to tell us where you're following the show from. We'd really appreciate that to see how far and wide we're able to reach our Chelsea fans. Thank you, Bobby. I appreciate you finding the time to join this particular the show this particular morning. We've addressed yep, how many items? Three items. Trafford, I don't think you need to address that. And Fabrizio Romano saying he expects Benjamin Šeško to make his decision very soon. I know some are out there suggesting that he's on the verge of joining Arsenal. It turns out it's absolute nonsense. And we have this one saying assistant Chelsea or further in the race for Michael Olise. So wherever you want to come in, let's hear you, Bobby. But big up to you, more importantly. I hope you're doing well. Wow, it's soon already. It's there already. Mm. Yeah, sure. We will. Hmm.
You video, come rescue me video that he put,
Hmm. Hmm.
and I'm joking by the way, but
No,
you
but
know
I
they
understand where
just
you're coming from. Yeah.
yeah they just got him to sign a contract extension and to stay one more season. So really, we're continuing where we left off, and his Chelsea links are very evident to see. Man United have just come to the party, and I don't think that favors them. I really don't. You know, what are they going to offer him? They're not like in Champions League. They are in Europa League. Well, Europa League and Conference League, potato, potato, as it were. You know,
Hmm.
Europa League, if you win it, yeah, it gives you a stepping stone into the Champions League. I think that's about the only real advantage. The difference between those two is very paper thin, and the difference between those two and the Champions League proper is quite a golfing class. So in terms of the the average participant, but there aside, it's still European competition, and the Chelsea project is still very exciting. Look, unless Man United come and offer him some silly monthly wages, which he may
Mm,
not even take. But I don't really see much competition there. I think it would be silly for him not to come back to Chelsea. I think the Chelsea project is made for him. It's very exciting. People talking about Kendry Pius, Esteval Williams, where they're coming crank it up from 2025. They're going to ratchet up the competition in that squad, especially in the first team. And if you don't make it, there's no faking it. You've got to make it, and if you don't, you're gone. Either on loan or out the door on a sale. That's how brutal I hope Chelsea are. So the very, very best are the people that grace the turf at Stamford Bridge or wherever it is where we play while Stamford Bridge is being redeveloped. It's going to be highly competitive, and so it should. People like Noni, um, even Cole Palmer. The game. He's at a high level anyway, but he's got to maintain it to stay in the team with these guys coming in. Um, we get Olise, it's going to be brutal. People like Cole, Noni, Modric, Sterling, who most of us don't have much time for anyway.
mhm.
Um, Next season, they better button up or button out. It's as simple as that. And I'm so glad that's happening. And I really, really, really want us to pursue and land this Olise deal, which, if rumors to be believed, that's earmarked as our primary target for the summer. Sesko is an interesting one. Arsenal fans make me laugh. They push a narrative. They and Liverpool and Man United are very, very good at creating narratives. They're pushing this narrative that Sesko is going to Arsenal. That's BS. He hasn't said where he's going. He might transfer market to slam open and for everything to be real. Right now, if he starts saying where he's going, there are days till the window opens and it could get a bit clumsy and messy. That's just how I see that deal. I don't know. What was the third thing you spoke about? The goalkeeper.
Um, we did talk about Olise. What else? That's Seska too. That
On
Newcastle
Trafford.
signing James Trafford. It doesn't look like we were that interested in signing Trafford really.
Oh, Newcastle have signed him, have they?
Let me say I'm not sure it's complete yet. Let me just read it out for you.
Well, you can't till
Understand Newcastle have
Friday.
agreed personal terms with James Trafford as priority option to become their new goalkeeper. A new proposal to Burnley expected soon, in the region of £15 million with add-ons based on performances. Man City will receive 20% of that, so he's of a sell-on clause that probably Man City are inserting on his sale. So yeah.
So what's happened to Nick Pope then?
I'm not sure. Nothing. This says nothing about him there, and it looks like we're still interested in signing a goalkeeper. My understanding, but I'm not sure where we stand with that. I don't know whether it's a pretty surprise for Maresca. Yeah.
Well, we're not going to sign everybody that we're linked with, that's for sure.
Hmm.
And Trafford probably um, was always linked to Newcastle more than us anyway, and we were probably used by his agent as a bit of a smokescreen to try and get a price out of the deal, if that's where he's going. It seems an odd one to me because what's going to happen to Nick Pope? He's still a good goalkeeper. He's still, I think, he's in the England reckoning, if not in the England squad. I can't remember who our
Hmm.
goalkeepers were. Okay, no, he's not. It's Ramsdale, um, the Everton guy, and someone else. I've forgotten. But yeah, Nick Pope is still in there and thereabouts. So that surprises me. But you know what? That's their business. I'm not that fussed about that. I think an Olise deal, a striker deal, and maybe another defender if we really need it, or better still, a goalkeeper. And I think we're done as far as incomings is concerned. I think a lot of our transfers will be outgoings
Yeah.
and the obvious ones.
Yeah, thank you so much, Robbie. All right, for those of you in the chat, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. We have 45 likes and we are 51 or 52 minutes into the show. We should be close to 100 likes, but we're not there yet. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And for those of you who are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat, just know that we appreciate you. That's because you watching alone does go a long way. But please, if you can, take a second to drop a like on the stream for us to help us reach 100 likes as soon as possible. And Siaka is saying, Coach, besides Sesko, which striker can Chelsea FC get? Early Watkins, I like him, but people think he's injury prone and some underrate him. But I think, he has to be one of the most underrated strikers in the Premier League. He's an excellent finisher on his day, but I don't blame people who are concerned with regards to his injury record. But I think he's a fine player. I'll take also Santiago Jimenez. I think he's an excellent striker. Not just stereotypical number nine, has everything good aerially. Good on the ball, can finish with both feet. Also, I think we were linked with a move for him, but that died off as quickly as he started. So I'm not sure what happened. And Tommy Bryan, we fixed that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Chelsea really need to reinforce that left wing. Somerville won't be a bad option. If they can ship Sterling out, I think we have options actually. If we're signing a list who can also play on either flanks, in my opinion, left or right, and we still have also Brazilian on loan at Strasbourg. I don't think we lack numbers there. I don't know why we didn't hear anything about that again. What in particular? Keep dropping the likes on the stream. And Peter Pan, Nightbot is a machine, not a human being. I think I did see that it deleted your messages. Apologies about that. Kishan, nice to see you. Gavin, nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And people, if you have time, and I think you do, go check out Gavin's YouTube channel. Let's help him grow and get to 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Happy TD saying Chelsea have submitted a contract offer to prime Arsenal striker target Benjamin Sheshko, but Mikel Arteta could reportedly go down a different route by landing Dominic Solanke, so to speak, for Solanke for the Gunners. Solanke is he's a matured to a fine player. He's become one of the best in the Premier League, in my opinion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. Zabairu, how are you doing? Let them get Solanke for 65 million instead. Is that the asking price for Solanke? It yeah, let them take him. I'd rather we go for Sesko than Solanke for that amount. Solanke is more proven than Sesko, and they both aren't elite. We should just go for Osimhen. Okay, I'm not gonna argue. Make just say debate when anybody why I think Osimhen isn't the guy. It's not. I'm not the manager anyway. But that's by the way. I have my reasons why I argued we shouldn't go for him on that Mauricio Pochettino, but we have an incoming manager who you don't know. Maybe they tell them, if the club tells them, if they've told him, look, we want to sign Osimhen, can you work with him? And he's agreed to work with him. So I'm not going to waste my breath arguing whether he's suitable. For the way I know, I believe Maresca likes to approach the game or not. I'm just going to move on. Vic, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Who's better, Sesko or Alvarez? I don't know. Off the bat, I'd say Alvarez, but I'm going to tell you why that is wrong. To accurately, you can say, select the better of the two players, I think you'd have to pay attention, focus on the output of the players in question, and not just what you see in clips. Output will tell you a lot. Maybe output will, you can say, was justify the eye test, or eye test would justify the output, or numbers if you prefer. I think you get the most accurate answer if you go with the output and eye test also. But if you go with one and omit the other, I think you get a somewhat correct answer, but not really correct. So I don't think I wouldn't just go to say one of them is better than the other. I'd have to look at their numbers and everything and what eye test tells me to see how they're aligned to tell you, okay, I think the other player is better than the other. But there's both young players and a lot more. I believe there's a lot more to come from them. So I'm not just gonna, I'm just gonna skip telling you who I think is better than the other right now. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. I don't know. We'll find out. And Kishan is saying, can someone tell what's so special about this Sesko guy? And will he start over Jackson? Both can actually be on the pitch. Jackson can move to the left wing, while Sesko comes to central. Because he's more of a number 9 than Jackson is. Jackson was never a number 9, if that makes sense. Or he's just the flavor of the mode. Kishan, I appreciate that one. Abush Jama, what's new on Alvarez? Nothing new. We'll get to that in a bit. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. And if it is your first time here, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're getting closer and closer to 21,000 subscribers. We're right now at 20,385 subscribers. We can get there as soon as possible. He says, Coach Alvarez was playing in midfield most of the season, not as a striker. So yeah, Pep just wanted to accommodate him in most cases, and what's his name, Erling Haaland. So his numbers going to be lower. Yeah. In terms of, look, I haven't even done that. But there's a way you do it. You can go back to a season where they played just fine season. You can go back. Let's say if Sesko played more games in 23 and Alvarez played more games in 22, you go with that where they have played 33 games in 22 and Sesko played 33 games in 23. You go with those seasons. You don't have to go with the current season. But if you want to go with, come up with, you can say, an answer that defines who's better currently, then you'd have to go with current season. So usually I go with where seasons where they played, where they each played an equal amount of game. That's to be fair with the outcome, if that makes sense. To get a fair outcome, if that makes sense. Good day to you too. I hope everyone is happy. We do, and we hope you're having a good day too. Matthew Harina, any update on Broja? We'll get to that in a bit. Just relax, sit back, relax, and be part of the conversation. In terms of value for money, Osimhen is worth it, in my opinion. Eye test wise, Alvarez is exactly what we need for the Enzo ball. I will go with the latter. Except if the manager, that's not to say Enzo cannot look at Osimhen and say, yeah, I think in the Premier League we need a powerful striker as Osimhen, and that will make it work. But there's always a question whether the manager wants that profile of player or not. But it's looking like, given what we've heard, we're no longer interested in signing Osimhen. We're long for reasons I cannot explain strictly, but the price, the asking price, Napoli's asking price, was mentioned in that particular report by Fabrizio Romano. But that's all I have to say for now. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. And that's Ngwenya, Talmo Ngwenya. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. This is saying news on the list. Please, we'll get there. We've already talked about that. Let's look at it here. As it stands, Chelsea are further in the race of Michael Olise, and that's it. And United are also interested. though, and will look to do a deal once the manager situation is sorted out. So it's there are other clubs interested, not just us. Alvarez, we'll get to that in a bit, and that's from Gemma. Mr. Gemma, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. David Felix, news on Olise. You just heard me read that on the screen. When do you guys think that we will get this Sesko deal? I don't know. And I'm going to say this, but that's just my opinion anyway. I don't see us getting both Alvarez and Sesko. I think we'll end up with one of the two players, not both. That's just my opinion. I don't know the plans of the club. And yeah, that's it for me. Let's see what else we have here. So we are taking a risk against again with Sesko, and his current stats don't prove he's way better than Jackson. We're not signing him to replace Jackson. We're Chelsea. It doesn't matter. I am more welcome to the Alvarez news. I like Alvarez too, and I'd rather Alvarez than Sesko, in my opinion. What's the latest on the goalkeeping? We get to that in a bit. Enzo Fernandez, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for joining us. Okay, Bobby, anything I talked about you want to add to? Bobby, you there?
No, no,
Uh,
not really.
no,
I have
right now.
about 10 minutes. I've got some people around, so I might need to drop out. Sorry if I'm really distracted.
All right, okay. All right, thank you. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. How many minutes into the show? We are 1 hour and 2 minutes into the show. And we have 120 people watching, 67 of those on YouTube, the rest on X. If you're following the show on X, please be sure to drop a like on the video, and also do follow our X account so you don't miss anything. And if you can join us on YouTube, we do give away for our members, for students, and you get a chance to win at least $50 if you're a student. I hear we are speaking about the strikers and wingers, but what about the defenders to make sure what to make sure that the ball doesn't go in the net. Here's what I'm going to say quickly. Uh, in my opinion, I don't think we need to sign another centre back. That is just my opinion anyway. But chances are we do that, especially if what's his name, Trevoh Chalobah ends up being sold, as a lot of people believe will be the case, then we will most likely sign another centre back. This is I've spoken about that at length. As good as I think he is, I think he will struggle given the way we know the incoming manager likes to approach the game, position base. And for me, I've learned over time, since his time at Chelsea, that under pressure, he makes silly mistakes. He can be physical, which is good. He can be good aerially, which is good. And he can lead sometimes, but he's never done that consistently and cracks or makes some, you can say, bozo mistakes under pressure. And that's an issue for me. News on Fofana, please. Yep, he's gained some weight. He has to lose some weight from what I've seen, and he's getting ready for next season. I think he'll be ready. Do I think he starts the season? I'd say no. So I strongly believe Osimhen is the man to balance the attack. Irrespective of what you think, I think everything comes down to what the manager wants. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with my bro Adebayo Markunje is in the house. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Great morning to you too, brother. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. In the defense, this says in the defense, if we are signing someone, it should be a player that can play right across the defense. Okay. Thank you for that. Jump onto entertainment. Even if Trev Baresi, wow, some name for him is sold. We still have a 5 center backs, which is enough. In my opinion, signing his thing, whether we have 10. The question is, are those 10 defenders or center backs suitable to the way the manager wants to approach the game? That's the most important question right there. So the numbers aren't that important, but the quality is, if that makes sense. Big up to you to Walter Moregbe. And we have my bro and co-host who still hasn't undergone training for the new system, but I think he will when time allows. Dante, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for finding the time to join me on the panel. And where do you want to come in? I'm sure you've been listening to the show. So up to you. Where do you want to come in?
Yeah, big up, coach.
Big up to you too, brother.
Big up, Chad, as well. Yeah, well, we are talking about Elisa at the moment, are we? Is that what we're going with?
We're talking about Olise. It looks like we're serious about signing him, and if we're serious, I don't see Man United beating us to his signature. I think we'll get the deal over the line if we're serious. Except if Man U offer him some ridiculous weekly salary, I think that will make a huge difference. But go ahead.
Yeah, that's the one. I made a comment earlier that I was just watching some other content creators from other clubs and stuff like that, just flicking through some channels, and I just can't believe how clueless some of them are. Really, to be honest, they're all saying that yeah, the only way we get Elise is because we pay such massive wages. Like we'll pay him like 250, 300,000. I'm like, obviously, you guys haven't done your research very much. That we don't do that anymore. So yeah, look, it's not going to be. We're not going to pay that type of wages. Yeah, we'll probably pay him a little bit bigger than some, or around that average where we're paying 150 ish, around there, 175 maybe max,
Hmm.
and the rest will probably be incentives. So yeah, but yeah, look, Man United can offer way more. They do have that power, but if they're going down the new model they're following as well,
Then
I
they're
don't
not,
think
then they're not gonna pay more than us.
they're not going to pay more than us. They're going to pay exactly the same. So I think it'll be up to Elise what he prefers more. Um, One advantage we have, they don't have a coach. They have no idea what's going on, which coach they're getting. It's pretty messed up at the moment there. So yeah, I think we have that advantage over them, and of course Joe Shields as well. So yeah, I think we're definitely the favorites. So yeah, I think we'll most likely get him. Yes,
Do you think we'll get the deal over the line?
I think we will. Yeah, yeah, because if Manchester didn't change their structure, I think maybe then they would have offered him ridiculous money, like Sancho 300,000,
Yeah,
or
that's
Anthony whatever
ridiculous.
it is 280,000. Then yeah, maybe he would have gone there.
No,
But
nobody's going to be offering those wages anymore. Not with the new rules and with the extended wage cap algorithm coming after this season as well. They're not going to do that.
yeah, I know that. I know that. I'm just saying. It seems like most people don't realize that that's the case. But yeah. But that was the only way I think they'll probably get him over us if they do. If they were gonna do that, but they're moving away from that as well. Everyone should be moving away from those type of wages.
Yeah, a lot of people are. Let's see, Shanks. The ladder. The ladder you're gonna use to go down to the H place. Big up Dante. W is saying hello to you. Why would Alvarez leave? Leave Philip Bidwell leaves Chichi for a team not in the Champions League, or not in the Champions League, for a team that's only in the Conference League. Here's the thing: at this age, at this age, he's won the Champions League. I get it; he can win a second if he stays there because they get to play in that competition in the coming season. At his age, he's still very young. As players at that age wouldn't mind switching from Man City to Chelsea just to play alongside Enzo Fernandez. He's still very young. You're not talking about a player in his late 20s. He's in his early 20s. So it's very they don't not that much. They still enjoy football that much. They just want to play. More importantly, they want to play more. Do you? I'm quite sure a lot of people didn't believe Enzo Fernandez would want to come to Chelsea, or even Mudryk. I'm quite sure a lot of people didn't believe that was going to be the case. Or even Casado. For let's just keep mentioning names. So I get it. We're not. You can say we have a lot of issues right now, but attracting player hasn't become an issue yet. But if we continue in it will be the case in the future. But right now, we're still Chelsea Football Club, and any player we want to sign, we don't. If we don't get that player, it comes down to whether we're serious about signing the player or not, or whether we're able to afford the player's salary or not.
Can
But
I add something to that?
yeah, go ahead.
I think fans make a lot about, oh, this team's in the Champions League, so this player would not want to come because of that. You're very right that the younger the player is, the more likely he will join you, Champions League or not, Champions League position or not. And if you remember, in the odd season, I think, or two, back in the early 2000s, or I think about 2003, 2004, when Real Madrid was going through their sticky patch and rebuild and reorganization before they went for their second phase of Galacticos.
Hmm.
They dropped out of the Champions League. I think even for two seasons or one season, then they came in and they were really pants in the Champions League. But that didn't stop players going to them. Clubs like Chelsea don't have players not wanting to join them. It doesn't happen. The club has enough about it and enough in terms of a project that will always attract players, always attract managers. Everybody wants that on their CV. So all this. Oh, he doesn't want to. No, if Chelsea drop the money, if they really, really want him, which I don't know how much thirst they have for acquiring Julian Alvarez, but if they really, really want him, he will really, really want to come. Why? Someone like Alvarez would like to go to a big team where he will be the main man. Right now, I sincerely believe he's frustrated behind um, Haaland because he will not, displace Haaland. No way, Haaland that bangs in 44 goals a season. You've got to be some heck of a player to displace him. Whereas he wants to go where he will be given the opportunity to probably equal that or come somewhere near that in terms of his own performance. So I think for those that are absolutely convinced that Alvarez wouldn't want to leave City, I think you're highly mistaken. City has made their point. They've said, listen, you drop, I think, is it 60, 70 million they want? 70 million they want for him, and then they will let him go. But who's going to drop that kind of money? Now clubs are being very, very conservative about what they spend because, especially English clubs, because of the new PSR rules that kick off on Friday um, when the transfer market opens. People aren't going to rush, and all these people thinking they can sell their players for 100 million, they're in for a big surprise. Man United trying to offload people, even Arsenal trying to offload some people. Everybody's trying to focus on selling their excess players to a market that doesn't exist for them. Nobody wants them. They would rather go young than get a mature old player who's going to come in asking for 250K a week. So it's a whole different environment. And I think Alvarez would be more than, if Chelsea showed a lot of interest in Alvarez, he will come. I will bet anything on you. He will come with open arms because it's not a dead end project. Chelsea is not a team that people are looking at and thinking, oh, they'll never get back in the Champions League. No,
And he
believe me,
to replicate the Cole Palmer story coming from
y-
Manchester City.
absolutely. Believe me, you go on some of these other platforms or lurk in the background and listen. Apart from Chelsea fans, all these people are expecting us back in the Champions League after next season. Some people are even expecting us to challenge for the Premier League. I kind of smile at that because I don't think it's likely, but anything can happen at the moment. There is an itinerary of talent for this new coach to use. The question is he able to use it? If he is, I think we could get some surprises. So we should never, never, never restrict ourselves in the transfer market. The issue is, do we want that player? And if we want that player, 8 to 9 times out of 10, we're going to get that player.
Yeah, I believe you. Dante is saying, no, sorry, Bobby. Here's the update you were seeking when the show started, and this is coming from Vic. The update there is from Vic. Just give me 1 second here. It's from Vicky says that Jackson got injured over the weekend. We were asking questions with regards to
Yeah.
severity of the injury, but thanks for that. He says that Jackson got injured over the weekend. It was described as a serious knee injury, not even an ankle. So some misinformation out there. I hope he returns fit for the preseason. I hope so too. Yeah,
Well,
chance. Yeah, go ahead.
you know what serious knee injury means. We've got enough experience in Chelsea to know that that means we probably won't see him till halfway through the season, which is a big, big, big blow. If that's
Mhm.
the case, I pray it's not. I pray it's not. I reckon he could do with a bit of a rest anyway. He's played a lot, but I pray it's not an injury that will keep him away from preseason. I really, really, really do, because he's
I do
become a
hope so
very,
too.
very important player for us.
Yeah, I do hope so. Dante, you want to come in, or should I go ahead with the chat?
Sorry,
Maybe
coach, I
that's
have to leave you with Dante. I have some people come in, and I'll try and join if I may a bit later
all
if
right.
you're still
Thank you
streaming.
so much, Bobby. I appreciate you so much. Dante, you want to come in, or should I go ahead with what we have in the chat?
Yeah, go ahead with the chat. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Just give me 1 second here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. If you haven't, drop a like on the stream, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Let's see what else we have here. We have Philip Beat was saying, "Why would I?" Okay, we've addressed that one. Their conversation there, and X Mark the Sport says, "I saw someone posted an X about putting yourself in the Lisa's shoes. Go to Chelsea. You're gonna play with Nkunku, Enzo, Casado, Palmer. If you go to United, you play with one season one Rashford." Wow, that's deep, really. Yeah, in most cases, players, I believe, players do consider the players again who they get to play alongside. I think that's important sometimes. And Romeo Lavia, he's in his recovery process. I think he's running on the grass right now. A player versatile like Ruben as a defender would be perfect for our defense. Olise is a player that would combine very well with the squad. Yep, I think he walks into that squad. I can't believe I'm saying that. This is saying Man United are trying. Let me see this. Man United are trying to sell Sancho and possibly Anthony. And Anthony, structurally now they can afford at least a Man United, this monster of a club. Okay, if that's not what they want to do, I have no objection with that. It's their money. They do whatever they want with it. Yeah, if that makes sense. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along. Well, I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And they're saying, I don't like the too much rumors of Chelsea just signing a list of last year. Something also this year. Last year we were close to getting the deal over the line before some issues emerged with Crystal Palace who threatened at the time to sue us, and there was some stuff but yeah, we're serious. And Kante joined the Chelsea into the playing Champions League with Leicester City. If the money is all right and the club is attractive and progressing, yeah, yeah, exactly. That's an important point you made just right there. Saying, as I understand, the release clause only applies to those teams that are in the Champions League. Really, I didn't know that. Okay, but thank you for that information. Yeah, I didn't know that either, and I'm not sure whether to believe it. A release clause is a release clause. Whoever pays gets to sort out a contract for the player. Yeah, Wally Waldo, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. At least they easily walks into this team. Yeah, it's something you and I can agree with. Yeah, point of correction. Okay, Tenalo, thank you for that. Let's see anything else. So Julián Alvarez and Olise are a must, but let's see what the club does. Alvarez is minimum 80 million pounds, or it could be more. I don't know what happens there unless he pulls a Cole Palmer for 2 seasons. He was always going to be the second choice striker. He will always going to be the second choice striker. You don't know whether Pep Guardiola switches to using a more versatile number nine than a traditional number nine, but we don't know. The transfer window is open on the 14th of June to the 30th of August, which makes me happy. Let's wait and see what the future holds when it comes to purchasing players. I think there's still a long way to go, but if we start in time, like we're doing right now, I think it's good. Well, where did you see serious knee injury? Slug it out with him. He's in the chat. Vic is in the chat there. Anything else? Yeah, I'm just gonna scroll to the very bottom in a bit. With injury prone and Congo and Jackson, who could easily get injured and miss out for months. We could go from competing for top four, dancing on spice in 11th again. We need Alvarez or Lisa. I think we get them both. I've been seeing it. It's an ankle injury. Ankle was what I saw. I don't know about knee, but maybe further examinations has revealed that he has a knee injury. I don't trust Madueke and Mudrik. Okay, that's you. Why is Bobby talking about the new PSR rules? Like, it's a bad thing. He's not saying it's a bad thing. The clubs can spend up to 85% of their revenue. So that's huge in a sense. I don't trust Vic. Okay, just go ahead, slug it out with him. I'm going to scroll to the very bottom and then now try to get your subsequent contributions in the chat. I appreciate you all. The next item we have lined up, we've talked about. Okay, this is Everton. Says Everton are trying to sign Amanda Broja for a 30 million pounds package. There's some other report out there which suggests that this is a lie. I think some are saying that Everton are actually on the verge of getting the deal across the line. Some are saying it's absolute nonsense. They're not close. But let's see what else we have. You keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Do you think we should sell Chilwell or Kukurea and keep Maatsen? I'm not sure what's going to happen. Chances are Kukurea stays because selling him won't be easy. His salary will almost always be an issue because when players switch clubs, they seek pay raise, or pay rise. I don't know which is the correct term actually, but they seek pay increase. Let me just simplify it. And in this case, he hasn't played that much. I don't see clubs. I don't see what club will come for him and be willing to pay him more than he's earning right now. I think that creates an issue. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen there. I just hope we get our targets sorted out early. I think that would be the case in Monaco. Yeah, it says Everton are trying to sign Amanda Broja for a 30 million pounds package. So it turns out this is absolute horse dunk. There are subsequent reports suggesting that this is not true, and I'm inclined to believe that this is not true. That's because Everton, they have a serious financial situation right now. I don't see them paying that much money for Broja. But
That's a
you never
bargain,
know.
coach. That's a
Sorry,
bargain for Everton.
go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
That's a bargain for Everton. They'll steal our player, world class young player. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a bargain.
And do you really think they pay that much money for him?
uh, Look, it's been reported. I've seen it quite a few places, even on some Everton stuff podcast, and they're all saying it's 25 million pounds, and 5 million add-on.
25 million pounds and 5 million add-on.
5 million add-on in bonuses. Yep. Which is wow. I'm very happy, of course, 'cause I didn't think we'll get hardly anything for him. I didn't think no one will buy him, and if they do, it'll be
But
like
I'm just saying, I
a
don't think
bargain
Everton
thing.
can afford him.
Yeah, look, it's very surprising, but look, it's Everton, so it is what it is. Let them get another point deduction from Brian Broja for that much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say. I'm happy. I hope we sell him. If they sell him for that price, that's a huge achievement to sell him for that price after the couple of seasons he's had and the failed loan move and not playing hardly at all. Yeah, look, I was hoping we get at least 10 million, 15 million max for him. But if we get anything more than that, then yeah, I'll be very happy.
And the fact that he hardly played last season,
We didn't play last season. The season before, he
and we
hardly
got
played.
5 million for a loan spell where he didn't get to play.
Yeah, Fulham gave us nearly 5 million, yeah, for not playing. And now Everton want to give us a lot of money as well. Well, that's fine. That's good. They all rate him, but I don't know why. I don't see why. Yeah, maybe three and a half seasons ago, when he was at Southampton, when he was younger, he was much lighter. Uh, he was showing something, but he's put on quite a few kilograms since then. And being a big body as he is, and how he plays, I always said that he's always going to get injured. His body doesn't suit the way he wants to play. and it's just clashing. It's just completely clashing, and he doesn't know what to do with it. He's just all over the place.
One more question:
Um,
Does he have K leg?
he hasn't got the K leg. No, no, no. He's not a Fofana. He's not a KK Fofana. But yeah, um, you know what I mean. How he plays, he likes to go fast, hard. Like when he was younger, he was quite fast actually when he was younger, and
He's so fast, really. I
yeah,
think there's a good player.
he thinks
That's a
he's
good player
fast.
in
That's
there.
the problem. That's the problem, coach. He
Mm.
thinks he's really fast, but he's not faster when you put another 10 kilos on. It's a big difference. So yeah, he has to learn how to play again the way he plays. And that's why his knees are getting injured. He keeps getting injured. His knees, his calf, a little bit, all the bottom half. He's gonna keep having injuries. I think he probably needs to go to another league. I think that'll suit him, like in Italy. I reckon the Italian league will suit him pretty well. But yeah, obviously, if Everton buy him, we don't care as long as they buy him for that much, no problem.
Listen, I'm gonna say I think there's a good player in there, but we can't keep them all. That's something I've realized a long time ago. I'm not too concerned. I just don't want us to be too selfish, trying to keep him, and he doesn't, and then he ends up not playing that much and stifle his development. I hate that when we do that. Actually, Broja is
Exactly.
same
Yeah.
level. Sesko got PR and he played last season. Broja did not play enough last season. I mean, it's a legit argument, but you never
Mm.
know. Were you saying something like
Sesko,
that?
yes, Sesko is a much better player than Broja. Much
I
better.
think I'm inclined to believe this because he has much better PR, and chances are, if it wasn't for Amanda Broja's injury, he'd be at the same level as Sesko. Remember, he hasn't had a season at Chelsea where he played for the entirety of the season or played at least 20 games plus. He's been
Look,
out injured
he,
for a while, came back again, got injured again, and all those factors. But you go ahead with what you were saying.
yeah, coach. Yeah, he did get a chance. Don't forget, Pochettino played him. He gave him a little bit of a run, 3 or 4 games,
But would
and
you
in
say
those
that is
three or
that
four
enough to
games,
start actually judge him for that? I
yeah,
mean,
but he
I
was
don't.
so bad in those 3 4 games. One game he scored a nice goal, one goal, but his touch, just air, all the whole all round game, it was really really bad, like horrible. Even Pochettino dropped him, which is hard for him to do because he never drops even the worst players usually. But even he dropped him and moved him on. Even he didn't want to keep him either. So, and we needed another striker as a backup, and let him go as well. He didn't keep him either. So, look, yeah, I think he's one of those players that was pretty good young when he was a bit
Mhm.
younger. As his body matured and developed, he's having a hard time adjusting to that. I can see that. I'm not sure if anyone else sees it. That's just the way I see it. And yeah, once he sorts that out, maybe he'll be good again. But I don't think he was never going to be like a Chelsea level type of player. So yeah, in my opinion, there's no point keeping him. Like you said, for him, for us, we can't be sentimental about all these players that we have that have come up through the ranks, especially the Cobham boys and stuff like that have played for us. We just want to keep everyone, but if they're not up to that level, we just can't keep them all.
Yeah. If you're a member of the community of Chelsea, if you're a member, if you're subscribed to the channel and it's your birthday, let us know. If you're a paid member, whether it's your birthday or not, if you have any, if you want a shout out for anybody that's your friend, family member, let us know. We have special ways of celebrating people's birthday here. But thank you, Asma. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And Ty has joined the show. More likes, Ty. Thank you so much for triggering that particular command. And the command says, let's get the likes out, people. Please like the video if you haven't, and also do subscribe to the channel if you haven't. We have 69 likes. Let's try and get it to 100 as soon as possible. And we are 1 hour, 30 minutes, and 29 minutes into the show. But we can do a lot better than what we have there in terms of likes. Wallywood, though, is saying, okay, build until, okay. They are interested, but they cannot buy until they sort out the financial situation. Yeah. So which means that they're definitely not buying them. And Ty is in the house. Ty, thank you for finding the time to join. Coach, we'll all keep talking about the right. Yes, Olise improves the right, but the real issue is the left. Mudryk isn't good enough. Maresca will need to do miracle to get them on a decent level. We'll find out. But please, let's keep the topics aligned. Right now, we're talking about Michael Olise. Otherwise, I'm going to skip your comment, assuming that you are. We're talking about Amanda Broja. Otherwise, I'm going to assume you're having a good conversation with somebody. Rose, I think Newcastle are interested in Broja as well. And I think there are other clubs. Monaco are here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Can we do Broja 14 million to buy Isaac? they will tell you you're insulting them. That's never going to happen, and you know that. Why would Everton bid 30 million for a player they cannot get for 20 million? They are broke in debt and looking for a buyer. So if they want him, they will lowball us. I think I agree. It just doesn't make sense that they're for 30 million pounds. No, I don't think so. Really. Let's see. Broja will sign once he starts playing regularly. For who? I don't think that chance. He doesn't have the chance to do that at Chelsea. Coach, I bet you all that Pochettino. Holy tamolika. You are identity crisis indeed. You've changed your name to X Mark the Sport. You're gonna even I've seen you change your ID so much that I'm having identity crisis myself. Oh my goodness, that's unbelievable, really. Now I know who's speaking there. Really? Holy tamale. That's unbelievable, man. But keep dropping likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join us this particular morning.
ID
Let's see what
crisis.
we have here. We're talking about Amanda Broja, and I'm going to be seeking for those who says anything about Broja. Sean Dykes, a set piece ball will suit him. He's good. Yeah, he's good. Really. Anything else? Keep dropping the likes on the stream. Did anybody here can say anything more about Amanda Broja? Big up to you too, Mike and Newm. Nice to see you, bro. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. And Mike and Newm, if you want to join the panel, just hit me up on Twitter, and I'll share the link with you. Don't forget that my birthday is. You have to remind me on that day. I don't write it down, and I'm in the middle of a show. And these days, I hardly use pen and paper. I usually use Google Doc to take notes of my devices. You have to remind me, Ty. But I usually celebrate your birthday with you. Hopefully, I don't forget. Chances are I will forget, and then I'll only see something on X, and then I'll remember. Sesko did not play first half of the season ahead of Openda, as he was not good. Right back, I'll be okay. Leipzig played Sesko second half of the season to raise his value. Sesko misses lots of chances. He got PR and Twitter. Please watch his 90 minutes. I disagree. Mudryk can actually come good. I think Mudryk, since he joined Chelsea, he's been massively undercoached. I agree with Yannick, Jan from Football, Jan on that one. It's that time of the year, and Jerry's. It's in the house, Jerry's. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. Chimera, you're going there. In all honesty, please go check out Jerry's YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe. Let's help him get to 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. Delicious content there to consume. They're lengthy, but you get gripped. You're not going to click away, and they educate you on a lot of stuff. And yeah, it's opinion, but there's always something to learn whenever you watch intellectually driven debates or argument or analysis. I think you always stand to learn something there. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 18 more days we will remember, bro. We will find out. Yeah, anything else about Amanda Broja? Otherwise, it's your sister's birthday. Okay. I'm gonna do you a favor here, because you are you can say you are just give me 1 second here. And the OG, you do a lot for the community. You're not a paid member, but let's celebrate your sister's birthday. What's your sister's name? You have to say her name. You can't just tell us it's her birthday and we'll be screaming happy birthday to someone. What's your sister's name? I'll wait. Tell us your name so we can say, okay, people will say happy birthday to her with her name. So let me see. Did you mention it there? It's my sister's birthday. She always supports you. as a disabled person using wheelchair. Wow, wow. Your sister, she's a superhero. That's important. That's not easy. She really loves you, and God bless her beautiful heart. Let's hear that again. God bless her beautiful heart. In Jesus Christ, Amen, Amen. And what's your sister's name? I want to know. What's your sister's name? You haven't said your sister's name. Siaka, I'll wait until you say your sister's name so we can celebrate her birthday with her. Otherwise, I'm just going to go happy birthday to Siaka's sister. All right, professional haters unite. You want to achieve, right? 45 million is more than enough for him. For who? 45 million pounds for who, Shanks? I want to know. Siaka, what's your sister's name? Let's celebrate her birthday with her. But keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. We have an AD in the house. AD, thank you so much for all that you do for the community. Whether you want to come in, and if you've been listening, you can come in wherever you want to. You're an OG here, so respect to you, and thank you so much for finding the time to join us.
Big up, coach. Big up, Dante.
Big up to you too.
Yeah,
Big up, Eddie.
and big up to those in the chat. Yeah. I joined when we were talking about Olise, and then just towards the tail end of talking about Olise, and then about Jackson. So I'll just talk about Jackson. I mean, if Jackson is having serious injury, then that's not good for us, to be honest, because it makes it even more difficult for us looking for a striker, because the report will be out there that Jackson is injured, and that will definitely push up price, because they know definitely we are going to be signing a striker. We don't know the length of his injury. Hopefully, it's not that serious. But the report I read said serious ankle injury. So, and so we just keep our fingers crossed and hope it doesn't really impact about for him starting preseason or even keeping him longer than expected. And then for Broja is not short of suitors, to be honest. He's going to get AC Milan and all, they're all looking for him. So it's a good one for us to drive up the price and get as much as we can for.
Will it really, given that he didn't play that much?
Yeah, I mean, he's got good record in the bank. They know what he's capable of doing, and they know he only just came back from very lengthy injury, so that will not impact on his good record he had from before. He's been a very good striker, and they know that he can still develop. He's only young, so that will not stop teams from picking him up and believing that they can get the best out of him wherever he goes to. So, say AC Milan or even Everton looking for him, because there's talk about Everton moving Calvin Lewin, is it Calvin Lewin? Yeah, moving on. So it might be just straight replacement for him if he goes to Everton. But Everton now saying they don't have money, they might be lowballing. So, but we just wait and see. But I think we are in a good position to get as high as we can, or as high as we can get for him when it comes to his own negotiation anyway, because we are willing to sell. He wants to leave, and he has suitors. So for me, it's good.
We've talked about Alvarez's or Olise. I think you've talked about Olise, Sesko also. But I'm gonna come back to you in a bit. Let's just wish somebody happy birthday here. And Siaka's the sister's name is just give me 1 second here. The sister's name, my sister's name. Okay, it's a Kothala, which Trevoh is here. It's South African. Your sister is Kothala, and it's her birthday. She's turning 36 today, so she's become a year wiser. Happy birthday to Kothala. If you're watching, these balloons are for you. We celebrate with you. Biaka, South African sister, who turns 36 today. Today she becomes a year smarter and wiser. We celebrate with you, and these fireworks are for you. Thank you so much for letting us know, Siaka, South Africa. I hope your sister, she did see how we celebrate with her, and she enjoyed the fireworks and the balloons. Eddie, go ahead.
Yeah, is it talking about Olisa, is it?
Yeah, we did talk. I don't know if you've spoken about Olise and Alvarez. Anything? If you have, if you've heard anything, or if you want to add, if you have anything you want to say about them, you go ahead.
Yeah, about Olise, to be honest, the more I look at that, the link to us, it makes me more excited, to be honest, because him coming and the only thing I just wish and pray for is that he keeps fit. Hopefully, those injuries he had last season, they are all behind him. If we can get a fit Olise coming in, and I read, or you read someone talking about playing from the right, and we have problem on the left. You know,
Mhm.
from reports we had, Madueke can operate from both flanks. Like he can do from the left, he can do from the right. So if it's us having to get Olise, Madueke pushes to the left, and then Modric as well. We should not rule out Modric. He's still developing, and if he comes under a very good um coaching of Moresca and getting the best out of him, because Moresca loves to play with wingers that hold the touchline, that stretches play. So he will teach him so many things, and then hopefully he comes good. But the excitement I have is being linked to the likes of Olise, Alvarez. I mean, if we can pull off those two deals, I tell you what, it'll be a big season for us. And if you read the report from what Alvarez said, this report you have there, when the player is saying, "Oh, I'm happy with City, but we see what's going to happen," that tells you he's left the door open. He's not closing that door. If he's
Mhm.
happy, you cannot be happy at the same time and you're saying we wait and see what's going to happen. It's either you're happy and nothing more. You should not go further to say we see what's going to happen. So saying we see what's going to happen, that tells you there is something that might just happen there. So that's just my take.
Do you think he would want to replicate Cole Palmer's case? I'm not sure how else to phrase it. The fact that Cole Palmer left City and at Chelsea, he's been one of the best players in the Premier League. I think he see the possibility of that happening, in my opinion. What do you think, Eddie?
100%. 100%. He would have seen exactly how the progress of Kopama. I mean, if you're talking of players from last season, nobody talks of Alvarez, but all the headlines, Kopama is always there. Whatever you're talking of, best player of the season, this and that, top scorer for Chelsea, blah, blah. I mean, those are records that he would want to, he will cherish as well. He want to try to have that kind of opportunity to create for himself, which he never would have as long as Haaland is still there. He would not have it because if you see, even Pep doesn't see him as a striker, and you know Pep is kind of that kind of manager that thinks within his own bubble. He's always thinking himself. If you are saying that a player is not a striker, you brought him in as a striker to be a striker. All of a sudden, you are playing as a winger. And there was a time Haaland was injured. He never still played him as a striker. He played him when he brought him on. He brought him as a winger. So that's Pep for you, and he won't be happy about that. So if you're not telling a player, giving him his preferred position, then you're opening that opportunity wherever he comes for to say he wants to move. And this is exactly what this guy is doing because he knows he's not going to take that position from Haaland, not anytime soon anyway. So how long does he have to wait? He's still young. He wants to quickly make big name for himself as well. And he sees Chelsea, and I mean, his links with Moresca in the past will just keep us in that better position to pull off the deal if Chelsea, if we are really willing to go all out to get this boy. Because I think for me, he'll be a very, very, very great addition to the squad. I love his energy. I love the way he plays. Though he misses chances, all players do. But I mean,
Oh
if
yeah, I mean,
if it
if you watch clips of the chances some a player has missed, yeah. If you don't know that player beyond the chances has missed, you say, yeah, that's a bad player. Yeah, what you're saying.
exactly, so I don't see any problem. For me, he's just a better version of Jesus. That's what Jesus is supposed to be. But yeah, for me, he's a far, far better version of Jesus. So if we can get him, I tell you what, I'll be jumping around because I like him. Each time I watch him play for City, I've always been saying it. He's been a player that I so much have um, interest for.
Yeah. Thank you so much, AD. I'll come back to the panel in a bit. We keep it interactive here. So let's hear what those in the chat has to say. And this is important. I think this is the more complete. We need to celebrate Kuthala without appreciating her for the work she does for his brother who's disabled. That's not easy. And I must tell you, Siaka, South Africa, you have a sister who's a superhero. I talk about real life superhero. She's one for you, and I know you see her that way, in that light, which is why you've asked us to celebrate her with you, mentioning how she's been taking care of you. Kutala, if you're watching, we appreciate you. And this is the more complete of all the appreciation we're seeing in the chat, because he specifically says, thank you for all that you do. That's not easy. I get it. He's your brother. You could argue you're obliged to take care of him given his situation, but still, it takes a good heart to do such. So thank you so much, and when we hope to celebrate your 37th birthday with you here on Trusted Perspective. So thank you. Happy birthday, Katala. A lot more coming from people. Alvarez should be prioritized more than Olise, considering our paramount needs. I think, in my opinion, what you call your definition of paramount need, you can say could be definitely maybe different from that of the manager. So we don't know. Everything comes down to what the manager defines as paramount. He may well look at our squad and say, you know what, I don't need us to sign another number 9. And I'll speculate, if that happens, the reason will most likely be that Jackson can fulfill the number 9 role. And Kunku, if you interview him, he'd tell you he's the number 9. Cole Palmer can play centrally too. But more importantly, we must recognize that it's a fluid approach. So you're not deployed in a particular position to stay there static, if that makes sense. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. People, the likes do go a long way. Shout out to my friend Carl. He's a fan of the channel. Carl, if you're watching, shout out to you too. We celebrate you. It's not your birthday, so no fireworks and balloons. But Carl, if you're watching, your friend loves you. Have you shared that he? I'm quite sure I butchered your name, but apologies. He loves you that much that he's shouting you out on the channel. Misspoke. Other clubs want him out for £30 million and 15 million inflation tax. That's a lot. A good way to break it down. Good morning to you too, Jude Mesole, the CEO of Chelsea FC Jingles. Nice to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Thanks, Coach. She's at work currently, but I will tell her you guys did that we did wish her a happy birthday. Yeah, please do tell her. Also, we say thank you to her. Balloons on the screen. Yeah, God bless you. God bless you too, brother. And we appreciate your sister, what she's been doing with you for you. As I told you, you have a real life superhero, because it's not easy. Alvarez is actually worth the hype, the price. I think you could say that. Yeah, Alvarez isn't a striker though. Ty, elaborate. We want to hear you, but he can fulfill that role effectively. Neither is Jackson. Yep. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. Let's see what else we have here. Currently, Alvarez is our best option because his price tag is very affordable. At how much? Can you name how much they're asking that you're saying it's affordable? He offers more than Jackson, but he's not the striker though. He says you will need more than Alvarez. Alvarez, you can say if except if Maresca wants to, you can say if he wants to mix it up. If he doesn't want to mix it up, Alvarez will suffice, in my opinion. I don't think we need too much more than that, but I get where you're coming from. More than Alvarez, yeah. If that is if the manager wants, I'm guessing your suggestion is that if we're looking for a traditional number 9, he's not the guy. And if we sign him, you think we need more. I think everything comes down to the manager. Ato Love, good day to you. My concern is with the fact we lack height. Is that still an issue? I haven't been paying attention. We lack tall players in our team. Now going for Alvarez, it just makes it worse. Some legit concern there. We need height, and Sesko gives you that. Sesko is good aerially. I don't know him that much to argue whether he's excellent aerially or just a good aerially. So I'm just going to leave it at him being good aerially.
Sorry, coach.
Yeah, go ahead.
Coach. No, I don't agree with that. Saying we need a tall player. We had Alvarez. We had Morata. What did they do for us? Morata was tall, so it's not it's not necessarily we will go for a tall striker for the sake of having a tall striker. We need a finisher. We need finisher. So if we can get the chances we create, if we had something like Alvarez last season, we would have finished top 4, 100%. Because those chances that fell to Jackson, if those chances fall to to Alvarez, he finished nearly 70 or 80% of them. So for me, it's not, we don't go because we need a tall striker and then we sign someone that would, okay, are we going to be scoring only by set piece only or what? We need a finisher, and this guy he can shoot every angle, and even Jackson can operate from the left. Jackson can operate from the left, and then they can alternate. And then we need somebody like that is quite adaptable to the squad. That's only what I just wanted to say about that comment. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm glad you interjected there. Let's see. How about you, Dante? You have anything else to add there?
You know my view on Alvarez. I like him as a player. I definitely not a striker. I think we still need a striker, unfortunately. Even if we do get him, we still really do need a striker. So that's why I was saying if we're going to spend such big money on him, because he won't be cheaper than 80 million. That'll be the minimum from what the reports I've seen, 80 million. But Man City hold all the cards. He's still got a long contract to go. They can ask for 100 million easily. They can say, look, they can ask for 120 if they want. So we'll see what happens with the price, first of all, and then his wage. But yeah, just a couple of little worries about Alvarez. Like I was saying, he's very much a Pep system player. Okay, so he doesn't play striker. Haaland was out. He
I
didn't play
think Pep
striker
is
while
the
Haaland was
one
out.
that's led to people, you could say, arguing that he's not the striker. I think he's a striker, but he's more like a hybrid striker than a traditional striker. But go
Yeah,
ahead.
he played a couple of hybrid 9, but even Pep did not play him as a striker when Haaland was out. Only a couple of times. The rest of the times,
Yeah,
he
because
played
Pep
him in
wanted to
midfield.
accommodate them both. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. But he plays him in midfield most of the time. He doesn't see him as a striker. Even when Haaland was out, even Pep didn't see him as a striker. He put him there a couple of times, but it didn't work the best. So he put him back in midfield. So look, he's not a striker. That's, in my opinion, he's not a striker. He's why I say he's a Pep system player. He's very much, the players around him make him really good at what he does. Okay, so when I gave you those stats a few nights ago, if you remember, I gave you those stats that compared, say, to Nicholas Jackson, taking players on, his stats are significantly lower than Nicholas Jackson's as successful taking players on. Also, creating his own shot, and that's the big one for me. His stats are very, very, very low at creating his own shot. So he always gets fed the ball in or passed across. He doesn't create his own shot often. He scored a couple of goals like that, a couple of nice goals actually, but his stats are very, very low when it comes to creating his own shot. Now, that might not be important to some, but to me, the way I look at it, it's quite important, just the way how Man City play. He doesn't get involved in the play as much. He waits for the play. He waits for the play to involve him. He just sort of waits around and waits for the play to involve him. That's just my observations from what I've seen. So that's, look, he's still a quality player, and if there's no one out there, and we have the money, and there's no one out there for us to sign, there's no other available players, yeah, still get him because he's still a quality player, and you're going to fit him in somehow anyway. So, look, I still don't mind him, but he wouldn't be my first choice, no, especially for that much money.
I understand. I mean, he brings something different. He differs from what we have a bit, not that much really. I could say the only way he differs from what we have is that he's a better finisher than Nicholas Jackson, in my opinion. But I haven't taken my time to look at the what's his name, the matrix you talked about. What's the correct language I'm looking here, with him creating his own chances and all other aspects you've mentioned. I think I need to.
Yeah, it's
Um,
a bit more technical.
yeah.
Sorry, there, coach. Just a
Yeah, that's
bit
that's
more
fine.
technical
But
on
I
the
look at it. I just
stats.
haven't looked at it. I understand what you mean. Alvarez together with Nkunku will walk like a bread on banana. Bread
Yeah,
on
see, I
banana
see Nkunku as the number 9. I see Nkunku as being the number 9, and they're just
with
a
bread,
report that was coming
with
out
bread. I
today.
mean, but you agree it will almost always be a fluid approach, which means nobody will be static in a particular position.
Yeah, I see that, but the whole point of Alvarez coming to Chelsea would be to start every game. Wouldn't that be the case?
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I
well,
don't know.
that's what everyone's saying. That's what he's saying, and that's what everyone's saying. The report.
Yeah,
He
and if
wants
it
more
comes
game
to us, I
time.
think he probably would have to ask for guarantees that he starts.
Exactly. He wants to be the main man. He wants to be the
Mhm.
star, the starter. He wants to be the main man. He wants to play every game. I just don't see that happening at Chelsea
Yeah. All
with the
right,
players
people.
we
We
have, and
Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, with the players we have, and where he would play in what position. So that's why I'm a bit hesitant about that. I don't know if it'll work out too well. So yeah, that's my opinion on that as well. I just don't see him starting every game, especially as a striker. And people say, yeah, he plays the false nine, but he's not going to play every game for Chelsea as a striker. I can tell you that now with Jackson and Nkunku there, and that I don't see him starting every game as the number 9.
Mhm.
Yeah, but sorry, Dante. But if it depends on his performance. He's coming now. We don't know what he's going to bring in, because if we were discussing this, if we were linked openly, Kopama's deal happened without us knowing much about that deal. If we're discussing about Kopama, we'll be in this situation this time last year saying, oh, Kopama is definitely not coming to play all games. But look at the way it panned out for him. If Alvarez comes in now and scoring for fun, who says he's not going to be a regular starter? So we do not know. Look at Darwin Núñez for Liverpool. They bought him for big money. He's not been a regular starter, and he's a tall striker. And in Nkunku is only 5'10", and this guy is 5'7". So what's the difference in height? So we should not lay too much emphasis about the height or what. But I know for sure, having looked at this guy, he is a big. He has big energy. He has a high energy, and that suits us for the high press and all that we want to adopt. So for me,
Mhm.
that's just what I think. I think we shouldn't just say because we don't know exactly what's going to happen next season. If he comes in and, just as I said, he keeps scoring, who says he's not going to be the regular starter?
Yeah,
Here's,
look,
here's, here's
it's
what here's what has
different.
shocked me the most, Dante. If you don't mind, quickly,
Go ahead.
Bobby, who's always preached for us to sign our Eiffel Towers, he's been pushing for the club to go for Alvarez 10 million years ago. I'm shocked
Not
because
just
I'm quite
height,
sure
but
he knows
also
he's not that
physicality.
tall. But go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, not just height,
physicality. Yeah.
also physicality. And people are comparing him to Aguero and Tevez. No, he's nowhere near an Aguero or Tevez. They were
Yeah, I
they were
don't agree
bulls.
with the comparison of him and Aguero.
The height.
Maybe he will get there in terms of you can say how well Aguero did in the Premier League, but we'll find out. Not right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, look, no, but I'm talking about physicality. They were bulls. They were really tough, hard players. They were quite. I call them bulls because they played like a bull. They were very strong.
Mhm.
Alvarez is completely different. He's more of a finesse player. So he's not like that, and that's why Tevez
But
and
Kun was too. Kun was more of a finesse player than power.
who?
Kun Aguero was finesse and power. He
No,
has both. He had
no,
both, in my opinion.
he was a very strong coach. He
Yeah,
was a
but
little bull.
sometimes we tend not to look beyond the physicality of the player to accept that they're actually technically gifted. Aguero was a good technical player, in my opinion.
Oh, a very good technical player, but I mean, I'm just talking about physicality. He was a bull. He was
Yeah, he
small,
had
strong,
both.
and he was aggressive. Where that's what Alvarez is not like that. Alvarez is a finesse player. He's a bit smaller. He's not as aggressive. Completely different players. But that's just my personal opinion, of course. I know people compare those, but yeah, that's for me. It's very different for me. So anyway, yeah. So yeah, look, I'm happy to sign him. I just don't see us. I've been able to guarantee him that what he wants, if that's the case, if that's why he wants to leave. I don't see him starting every game. And if he wants to be the striker, the number 9, I just don't see that happening. Just my personal opinion.
Yeah, we'll find out, but I totally understand where you're coming from. Let's see what else we have here. Alvarez together. Yeah, we've addressed that one. And Siaka, also on this channel, make his heart we make his heart smile. We're glad we make you happy. We're family here. Again, we're just modern Chelsea fans. But as long as you're a Chelsea fan and you're part of the community, we appreciate you and we celebrate special days with you. We did make an exception for you by celebrating your sister's birthday, even though you're not a paid member. Because once you had the story on the screen that he takes care of you being disabled, that touched us. So we decided to celebrate with you. So thank you. Acclaimed Poch sympathizer Roger will tell you Alvarez isn't tall enough. Roger isn't that much into height, player height. I think he looks at whether you're good aerially and all that. Tommy Bryan, coach, I remember watching Spain with the World Cup and the Euros. They were a fairly short team, but being tall, you can say, well, just an added advantage, and you don't necessarily need to be giants to win competitions. I understand, but it's a plus to have a much taller and physical player, if that makes sense. The bread and banana combo is of this world. That's the first time I'm hearing that bread and banana. How how would that taste really? I I'm just gonna shut up and host the I'm just gonna shut up and host the show. But Tommy Bryan, is that the sort of thing you eat? Big, big up,
Coach, be careful what you're going to say next, coach.
big up, coach, on the panel. If any of if you have questions, drop it in the chat. Tiger Beast is here, my bro, and I love so much. Please like the stream too. We are at 87 likes, 30 more to get it to 100. Let's make it happen, people. And Alvarez listening to Dante saying he's not the striker. Pep enjoys playing a false nine formation. That's why he wanted Kante. Haaland forced his hands. I think Haaland's because he wanted to accommodate Haaland and Alvarez was the reason why Haaland played more like a 10 on the Pep. I think Griezmann and Dybala are available this summer. Good luck getting your club to go for them. A switch, you can say, even if we decided to go to for much older players, which you could interpret to us going to for much more experienced players. I don't think to the extent of going for Griezmann. Griezmann comes with the baggage too. What's his name? Who was the other name mentioned again? I don't think we'd be interested in signing them. We need aggressive and toxic personality strikers like Costa. Was he toxic? Chimera? I don't. The language toxic, is that correct? I wouldn't say that. Maybe aggressive
He's trying to say, coach, someone like Lukaku.
for his club or Chelsea Football Club. Dante, if you're saying you like my profile picture, or I've got, what are you? No, I'm not reading that. Just don't worry. Move on, Siaka. We celebrate with your sister. Maybe you misunderstood something. I think Jackson can be to Palma, Nkunku, and Olise what Firmino was to Mane and Salah. Okay, that's deep, but it will be good. Aguero was the king of finesse. Yep, finesse was the king. But I think I misunderstood. I misunderstood Dante. Dante wasn't saying that is not that he wasn't a finesse player. He was just saying, just emphasizing that he was physical, even though he was a highly technically gifted player actually. And his finishes at the time were delicious. Coach has never had bread. No, I haven't. I've had bread and peanut, not even grounded peanut, but yeah. That's as they come. If that makes sense. That's a poor man's food in Nigeria, actually. The cheapest one can get was able to get at the time. Good day to you too, Gabriel. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. And Jody saying, I would rather give a priority to EPL experience than be obsessed with a player's height, and then risk him trying to adjust like Havertz and Timo. At some point, both Havertz and Timo could not have figured it out. Yeah, that's deep, really. Coach is more of a meat. Yeah, I'm more of a meat guy. So I'm gonna scroll to the very bottom. Let's bring in Tiger. Tiger, let's hear you. Where do you want to come in? I'm quite sure you've been listening. You didn't just hop on the show. Where do you want to come in, bro? Up to you.
No. Thank you, coach. Always an honor to come on the show and share the panel with you guys. I mean, you guys were discussing on the striker situation when I tuned in. So
Mhm.
I have made myself clear in the previous stream as well that I'll prefer Alvarez over Sesko any day. just because of that factor of experience that he brings in, uh, that factor of playing under managers and playing also under Mariska in the academy that he brings in. And also the third factor which goes for him in my book is the squad dynamics he shares with Palmer and Enzo Fernandez, being the teammate of Enzo Fernandez in Argentina and being a teammate of Palmer back there in the Man City academy. So due to these three factors, I'll prefer him. But I can understand what Dante was saying in the panel about his physicality and about his height. Uh, I mean, that can be a deal breaker for some. In my books, it's not a deal breaker because I guess we have players who are tall and who can, bully the opposition in the final third. uh, it all boils down to how we use them, and actually what system are we going to play. If it's like if the role of Julian Alvarez in the Maresca system is more like a second striker or a false nine rather than a proper traditional number nine or a deep lying forward or a complete forward, then I guess is what more that is what goes into the favor of Julian Alvarez, rather than expecting him or assuming him to play a more complete forward role, which I don't think so he has. And I personally think that Chelsea at this point of time is not going towards that traditional number 9 role. We are trying to have someone who can have some versatility in that final third, who can also play as a number 9 but also as a false 9 and sometimes as a winger too. So let's see what happens. But if I'm not wrong, coach, Sesko is on the verge of deciding his club, if I'm not wrong, right? And chelsea
Yeah,
has also
clubs
chelsea
have
has also bid it, so
yeah,
it can
clubs
be
have
Chelsea
presented.
also.
If you can hear me, clubs have presented their proposals to him. Multiple clubs, and what we have online right now. That it's they're waiting for him to decide which of the clubs he'd like to jump. But go ahead.
No, so I was asking, it's between Chelsea, Arsenal and Man United, right? So you can choose either of.
Those are the three clubs that been mentioned. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, if Sesko chooses us say in a day or two, then it's done. Then we are not getting both Sesko and Julian Alvarez. That's just outrageous. I mean, what's the point? So I hope Sesko chooses us and this whole saga ends as soon as possible, and we can go ahead in the preseason. But if I have a choice, I would personally prefer to have Julian Alvarez because of the factors I mentioned. But yeah, if Sesko is coming in and Sesko chooses us over Arsenal and Manchester United, then well, I mean, I will be happy. Less money to pay, and yeah, a young player again. The whole arc of learning will be there with Sesko. You cannot expect him to come in the Premier League and start scoring 20, 30 goals every season. But
Mm.
then we have to wait for again at least a season in him in order to see the real Sesko, the Sesko who is deemed to score 30 goals or 25 goals, because he won't be the same striker um, coming into the Premier League. People say that he has already developed and he can just slot in up in a Premier League club and start performing. I don't believe so. Premier League is a different game, and that's a fourth point you can add in that Alvarez, pros list, that he has had the Premier League experience on and off the bench. So yeah, I mean, that's how my take is.
Yep, thank you so much for that. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And this day saying, yes, okay, just people having a good conversation. No, Griezmann, yeah, I agree. I just didn't want to go to the extent of mentioning that he's had issues. It comes with the baggage. And you can argue that one of the main reasons why Premier League clubs are still clear off of him. Let's see what I have here. If we get Alvarez, I wouldn't mind adding Jean Duran to the team. We could. Here's the. I'm not going to be shocked if at the end of the transfer window we end up getting Duran and not Alvarez. Yeah, it's has to be like that. So everyone go and subscribe to Chelsea FC Jingles and let's help him grow. The link is there. I had to trigger that command myself because I know he wouldn't. And sorry, Judy, if you're watching, I missed a call from you because I was busy at the time in the kitchen, and probably you knew I was busy. So I'll get back to you when I get it once I get a chance. Sesko will flop. Wow, will flop. Might as well bring back Lukaku. Yeah. Why did we may well see if what's his name? If Alvaro Morata is a free agent, I think that would go that would go a long way too. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way. I appreciate you all finding the time to join the show this particular morning. And we'll move on from the Alvarez news. The next one talks about Al Ahly are willing to pay Victor Osimhen 120 million euros of release clause, but the striker is yet to accept the move. So probably, in my opinion, I think he'd be looking. He'd be looking to still stay in Europe because he's still very young. I was watching Hendrick in the past a few friendlies. My heart bleeds on why we didn't get him. He's a good striker. Even if he's one, I don't regret to signing Estevao. Estevao is also an excellent player. Some are actually arguing that we signed the better of the two players. We can't get them all. So let's see. Estevao, I think, would do well. Chances are even better, but we don't know. But this says Al Ahly are willing. So we already know the we've seen clear statement from Fabrizio Romano saying we're no longer interested in signing Victor Osimhen. But some are saying it could be the club just doing stuff that will lead to Napoli dropping their asking price, in turn making it easy for Chelsea to come get him if they want him. But I don't think we want him. And if I'm going by what I know, what I've learned so far about how Enzo Maresca likes to approach the game, I get it. Some will argue, how about Patson Daka? How about what's his name? How about the former English international and Jamie Vardy? My argument has always been, he had to work with what he has at Leicester City. But at Chelsea, he knows we can afford more players that are more suitable to his preferred approach, and would ask for those. And chances are he sticks with what we have. I'm one of those that really think we don't really necessarily need a new striker, in my opinion. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go a long way, and it says the Sesko with flop. I think I've addressed that. Let's see. Please, more likes. At Chelsea Perspective, good people. Yes, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 11 more likes to get it to 100. Let's make it happen, people, because I know we can. What's more guaranteed to flop? Is Chelsea fans' mentality. If Sesko or Maresca do wonders for Chelsea, I don't think it makes sense to always project that the player fails when we haven't signed that player yet. And the truth remains, there's always a risk in signing new players, irrespective of how good that player is. Morata was firing in all cylinders before we signed him. Shola was excellent in Germany before we signed him, but in the case of Shola, you can argue he didn't get to play that much. That's just my opinion anyway. And the AD just shared another link with us. Says that Yusuf of Fofana will 100% leave AS Monaco this summer. Plan on both player and club side confirmed. No advanced negotiations yet, but Fofana feels ready for a new chapter. Eddie, can you let us know why we need to know why we need to talk about Fofana? Is he a player you like? Where does he play? And how good is he? Now, Eddie, you there? Yeah, go
Hi,
ahead.
coach. Yeah, no, I don't know much about it. I just saw that story and I just brought it up because I've seen
Oh,
so
okay.
many clubs being linked to Fofana. I think he's a good player, but I don't think we are linked to midfielders as it stands. But he's a very good player.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think we'll be signing midfielders either. But that's just my opinion anyway. Yes, people. Osimhen, no need to dwell on that particular topic. And if you have any questions in the chat, drop it and we will try to address it. We are at 90 likes, 10 more to get it to 100 likes. Please, people, keep dropping the likes on the stream. And those of you that are watching, but for one reason or the other, you're not able to participate in the chat, please kindly take a second and drop a like on the stream for us to help us Ghana 100 likes. The more likes we garner, the more the YouTube algorithm will be triggered and be forced to push the stream to more people who would be interested in the topics we have lined up. In total, we have 149 people watching. 77 of those on YouTube. The rest on X, Nine more likes to get it to 100. So this says Maresca has studies managers and their playing style from around the world, using folders on his laptop to keep tracks of teams that he thinks have been playing well or are worthy of further investigation, with a particular focus on patterns of play and modern tactical trends. Okay, so I'm not sure what to make of this with this particular report, but I don't know. Tiger, you have anything to add to that?
No, I mean, it's only obvious, coach, that the owners have I have I mentioned how Todd Bowley and Baghdad Iqbali actually sign players on this stream? I guess so, right? So basically, they get a football.com notification on their phones each time a young player scores something, and then they jump out of their sofas and they go like, okay, this is the player we want to go. We won't listen to anyone of the Chelsea fans or the coaches out there who are saying, please sign experience, the squad is, the average is very low to compete with top Premier League sides. We'll just believe the football.com notification, we'll sign the next big thing, in our opinion. I mean, so it's how they have selected a manager too, who relies over data, or who relies over um, too much movie making. I mean, it's good until unless he brings us results. I mean, before Poch was being appointed, all this PR was also going on, but well, look what Poch did with us for half of the season, and then what these owners did to Poch at the end. Before Potter was being appointed, a lot of good things were being said by this whole PR agency, uh, and then we all saw what happened with Potter. So I mean, to me, in my personal opinion, all this to at this point of time is PR, and I will only believe all this magical things which is being said about the manager once we start scoring, and once we start, not conceding from the set piece. That's a big thing for me to check next season. And once we are a proper group who is competing in the Premier League with top sides. So until unless we reach there, it's all just good PR. I mean, I'm very happy for Maresca that he's getting the PR he needs in a big club like Chelsea. But let's see what happens. At this point, it's completely PR exercise going on.
Houston, I don't know whether I'm not going to say it's a PR exercise, but I'm just going to go with I have left the Aura gang, the
Yeah,
talk gang, maybe. And I've joined the Seeing is Believing gang. So maybe you and I were in the same
exactly.
gang in that
Yes, yes,
aspect.
same gang,
Let's see,
coach.
yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, because like, as I said again, I'm sure you were listening at the time. I'm not sure what to make of that report. Doesn't matter. They're telling me that it doesn't mean anything to me because truthfully, I'm not sure what to make of it. But that's by the way. Soon again, we're waiting for your questions. If you have any questions, bring it on. We'll try to address it. If I see a question too difficult, I'll just pretend that I haven't seen it and push it to Dante or maybe Tiger. And Chimera is saying if the issue is funds, here's the list of players to sell to fund the targets we need: Lukaku, Chilwell, Kepa, Badia, Chile, Gallagher, the Sassi, Starling, Chalobah, Gilcrease, and Leslie, and Dacho Fafana. Gilcrease, I don't think will be sold. Dacho Fafana, possibly. Lukaku, definitely. Kepa, definitely. Badia, Chile, I think he stays. But just remember, I told you that this Sassi probably will
I
still be given
I
another
I
season
don't
to
think
prove himself.
so.
Go
Kepa
ahead.
is getting sold, coach.
Is it? What did you say?
I was just mentioning that I personally think Kepa won't be sold.
Why? Do you think the club will risk keeping him when he has just about less than a year left on his current contract, or I don't
I
know how
I
long?
I,
But yeah,
I don't know. I
they
mean,
wouldn't
I
risk
I
losing him
I,
as a
I
free
think
agent.
I think he stays. I think he stays at least uh, 10-15 days of July. I mean, he stays for some part of the training and preseason, if not the full one. I mean, I personally
So are
think
you
Maresca will
agreeing
check
that he's
him
going to
out.
be sold?
No, no. I personally think Maresca will check him out, and then if he doesn't, if it feels like he needs to be sold, then only he will be sold.
Here's something I want to tell you, Tiger. I'm glad you brought that up. If Maresca checks him out, and we're seeing reports saying that the goalkeepers currently at the club will be looked at, given the
Yeah,
opportunity to show that they're capable of doing it. And that particular report did have something in it, something to the effect of that includes Kepa. For me, it just doesn't make sense in so many ways. Kepa, his salary is more than we offer to players right now, which is his salary has always been a big issue for the club. He has just about a year left on his current contract, if not less than a year. So, if for Kepa to agree to remain at the club, you'd have to offer him nearly twice as much as what he's earning right now, or you could say give him 50% increase. Um, I don't think no. It's too much risk there. The biggest of all the risk is him leaving as a free agent. The other one being
yeah.
his salary is a huge issue. But go ahead, once you drop out, let's hear Dante's opinion on that.
When you put it like that, coach, I also believe that, yeah, I mean, the wage thing could be a deal breaker when you put it like that. But I was speaking more on the managerial front, and how Maresca may be looking at things, because there were some reports that Maresca, I mean, there are reports about every player that Maresca likes, every player of our squad. That's completely different. But when goalkeeping is concerned, I have read reports that Maresca really liked of what he saw of Kepa, and we need to see that how Poch looked at Kepa was very different, because Poch and the goalkeeper profile he needed was very different from what Maresca needs at Chelsea. And Kepa has some attributes which places him above than Petrovic or Sanchez both. So I mean, we can take that bait, but then all again, as you have put it, like the wage thing, I think that would be a deal breaker under this new ownership. So yeah, then if you factor in the wage thing, I think he's on his way out, then there is
Yeah,
no chance.
that's how I see. I actually have refused to look beyond his current salary, and the fact that he would want a pay increase if the club offers him a new contract, and the risk of him running down his contract and leaving as a free agent. I don't think the club would risk it. I think the club will actually tell Maresca, you better looking beyond this guy, because we're not going to keep him. But let's see, just 1 second. I'll come back to you, Dante. We want to hear your opinion on the Kepa situation. If you're in the chat, if you have any questions, drop in the chat and we'll try our best to address it. Lads, with Jackson and Nkunku, we have no need for a number 9 backup. Can be Duran or a youth player. Forget Alvarez and Sesko. They ain't coming. That is just your opinion. That they're not coming is your opinion.
Yeah.
So Bali and Igbali doing the work of the scouts now. We have over 25. That's you should throw that at Tiger, not me. I'll let Tiger respond to that in a bit. I think height of factor should never be a concern for Alvarez's deal. We saw Barca winning trophies with David Villa and Eto Aguero, in my opinion, is one of the Premier League's finest strikers, but he's short. Yeah, Kepa would want an increase on his 150K to sign a new deal. Yeah, where would he get that from in Europe? 150K is already too much for a mid goalkeeper. Yeah, we could hijack a Florian Wirtz. That's another player I like. But let's say you're Dante Kepa. Do you see him staying? And I want you to start a fight with Tiger, who thinks he stays.
Yeah, big up, Tiger. It's good to hear that you're out of your Chelsea depression. So it's good. It's good that you're back. I'm happy you're back.
Oh yeah, Tiger, I'm happy too that you're back, man. That letter, I didn't know whether to like it or thumb it up or thumb it down, but I was just hoping you're okay. But it's good to see that you're okay. You were pissed at the time, because you didn't want the manager gone. But go ahead, Dante, let's hear you.
Yeah, he was depressed, but it's okay. He's back. It's all good. Um, yeah, I don't think Maresca will even get a look at Kepa, because the sporting directors probably will not let him look at him, because they're gonna be negotiating to get him out. So I don't think he'll even get a look at him.
Mhm.
There's no point looking at him, like Coach says, when there's a year left. They need to move him. He's not going to stay. They're not going to offer him a contract. They need to move him to make some money back somehow. Even if they can't get a move from him, they're still not going to play him, or they're not going to let Maresca work with him because there's no point. So why would you waste that valuable time for him to if he's not going to be there? So if he's not in the plans, so yeah, I don't think Kepa will be around. So yeah, that's pretty much on Kepa. Not much more to say, I think, on him.
Yeah, and you can say, to be more specific, why would you risk an L to keep him, irrespective of how good he is? He just doesn't. I disagree with that one. I love Tiger, but he knows why I disagree, and he understands. But let's see what else we have here. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. If you have any questions, drop it in the chat, and I'll try to address it. If it is too difficult, I will throw it at Tiger or Dante. Are we interested? I've asked that question. Coach, I disagree that Kepa will expect a pay hike to stay. Even if you want to, even if you agree to a pay reduction, I don't think the club would want to keep him. In my opinion, will expect a pay hike to stay. He is currently overpaid, and his pay is a major reason he is difficult to sell. Only Saudi clubs. I think he would also take a Saudi league. Only Saudi Arabia will pay him more. He needs to be sold. I agree. He needs to be sold. I'm just arguing.
Let's
I don't
let's
see
not
alternative.
forget that he's
Yeah,
pretty
go
much
ahead.
said it himself. He doesn't want to come back to Chelsea, basically. So
Yeah,
he
he was
doesn't.
open about that, right?
Yeah, very open. So he doesn't want to be here either. So
Yes, people. I'm gonna come back to the panel. If you guys don't have any questions, so Dante can ask questions, or Tiger usually asks. He asks excellent. He does ask excellent questions. I can talk. Big up to you, Nacho. Rejected by Thomas Tuchel. Rejected by soon to be rejected by Michael Olise. Who has rejected them? Tosin rejected Manchester United. Till the Chelsea eye test. Where does Nkunku play? If you say left wing, what about Starlin and Mudrik? If you say eight, Cole Palmer, here's the thing, they all cannot start at the same time.
Exactly.
Maybe the question should be, where does Nkunku play mainly? I'd say anywhere up there. He can start centrally as a number 9, and if you ask him, he'd tell you he's the number 9. He can play right, left. He can play as a 10 or as an 8. So many places. So, but if you say where mainly, I say mainly as an 8, in my opinion. But let's hear you, Dante.
I think Nkunku will perfectly suit the number 9 role for Maresca in his system. The way he plays, how he likes his striker to come deep and get involved with the play.
Yeah, because it's
So
not
I
like
think
you
he'll
just stand
suit
there and wait for the
perfectly for
ball,
the number
right?
9 role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I would have him as the number 9, the starting number 9 for the season for me. He would be the number 9 starting.
Mm-hmm.
And just a report just came out today as well that Nkunku was saying that he doesn't want to leave. Obviously, we had some rumors that some clubs were interested. No, he doesn't
Even
want to leave.
Saudi.
Yeah, he's looking forward to start and play his preferred position, which mostly means he's always said that his preferred position is number 9. Or like a false 9, but basically the striker. He played at Red Bull, the striker, most of the time. So he's waiting for that. And Maresca's also, the club released some more statements saying that, yeah, he's integral to their plans. He's a very, very important player in the coming up season. He's very integral into the plan. So I can see that. I would start him as the number 9. At currently, of course, because it depends who we sign. But currently, he would be the starting number 9 for me. And I would have probably Jackson on the left. That would be my preferred lineup as things stand now.
Yeah. If you're there, a Tiger, where do you think Nkunku will feature predominantly come next season if he's fit? Are you there,
Yeah, coach.
Tiger? Yeah, go
Yeah, yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
bro.
So, I mean, I agree to an extent to with Dante, but in my personal opinion, I guess the left wing lacks depth because even if you have, and this is assuming that we go for a striker this summer, and which is looking very probable, right? So, if we are taking in a striker, we are buying a striker this summer, either Sesko, either Julian Álvarez, or any other guy. Um, I personally think in my opinion, he should play the left wing, because Sterling is not a complete starter in my books. He is very inconsistent. You cannot start him day in and day out. He's also injury prone. Let's not forget. So he's more beneficial as a super sub, in my opinion, than a regular starter. Yes, he can start some games, but not all games. And then Mudrik is raw, not as raw as he was when he came in Chelsea, but still very raw. So he needs to, come in and then sit as well when he makes a mistake. So that reward and punishment cycle needs to be there. That rotation needs to be there. Even if you take in Jackson at left wing, I don't think so. Jackson is ready enough to start every game. So in my books, Nkunku and Sterling should start like in rotation, and we if we are getting a striker, then play the striker and Jackson as the center forward and rotate between them.
So you would start Sterling over Mudrik.
I'll start
Or put him
Nkunku
before
over
Mudrik.
Sterling and Mudrik at the
Okay.
left wing.
So who would be your starter on left wing? Sorry, Nkunku
So
first,
it would be Nkunku, whoever comes in at the center,
Sterling
and
or
the
Mudrik? Which
farmer.
one?
My starting at left wing.
Yeah. So Nkunku starts. Then who's second?
Second is Sterling. I mean, he's better as a super sub. Like, we have
So
seen
you
what he can
prefer
do.
Sterling over Mudrik? That's the question. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, right now, yes. Why not? More experience, more control over his game. Mudrik is still learning. He will be there, but it needs time.
Okay. Yep. No. Well,
I
I'm hoping
actually,
Sterling's
yeah,
not
go ahead,
around.
Dante, if you were saying something before we go to Eddie. Go ahead, Dante.
I'm hoping Sterling, we move him somehow. Obviously, I just hope we somehow move his big salary, and he's comfortable. He's too comfortable in London, so
But
it'll be
but
pretty hard
but
to move
but
him. But
but
you never
Dante,
know.
have you heard even a single bit of teeny tiny rumor that Sterling has been linked to someone? I heard something about Saudi clubs coming in, but that died down, very soon.
Yeah, he doesn't want to
Have
go
you
to
guys
Saudi.
heard
He's made it
anything?
very clear.
Yeah,
He doesn't
exactly.
want to go to Saudi.
So, and no one will take him in the Premier League. Let's be fair, on his salary and the demand we will do for the price on which we
Yeah,
want to sell
exactly.
him.
Yeah, it's a problem. It's a big problem because, in my opinion, he doesn't suit the squad at all. Doesn't suit the profile of the squad. He's not a leader as he should be. He's got a lot of deficiencies. Yeah, he'll give you a good performance every now and then, but very rarely these days. And is he the type of player that would love to sit on the bench and
I
just come
mean,
on
I
for
mean,
live 10? I don't see him doing that.
I'm,
I would see him.
I
I
mean,
would see him
if I
being very
have just
upset.
yeah, if I have to imagine what you were saying, Dante, that let's keep Nkunku at the centers, like the number 9 position, and uh, I personally think the left wing suddenly lacks depth as soon as Nkunku is restricted to that number 9 role,
Well, no,
because
because that's
then
why
we
I
have
put Jackson there.
Sterling,
Jackson
Mudrik,
can
and
play there as
Jackson.
well.
Do you think that these three, Sterling, Mudrik, and Jackson, are reliable players, like day in and day out? I mean, well,
Well, I mean, it's a second season for Jackson. He's done pretty well in his first season.
not as a
I'm a
left
fan of
winger
Jackson's.
all the
I like
games,
the way
right?
he plays, and I think left wing suits him way better than as a striker as well.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm
yeah.
a big fan of him. I don't mind him, and I think he will improve as well. So,
I mean,
and
I
obviously,
want.
I like Mudrik much better than Sterling. So there's no point me paying Sterling if he's not in our plans for the next say for the year after. Why am I keeping him or why am I playing him? You play Mudrik, you get the development in him, getting more game time. For me, there's no point playing Sterling. It's a bit of a
But
waste. He's not gonna
but
be here in
but
a year or two.
Yeah, but here's a question. Do you think Enzo Maresca's possession dominant football has a place for Mudrik? Because we all know, right? Madueke and Mudrik are, if not the um, most possession giving kind of personalities in the football team, they would be in the top 3, if I'm not kidding myself. They
Mm,
lose possession a hell lot of times compared to any other person on the field. So, and
yep.
this kind of football which Enzo Maresca is assumed to play, which he supposedly will play, is all about possession. So does Mudrik actually fit in the whole possession based football philosophy?
I
Yes, he
think it
does.
does.
He does because how Maresca plays his wingers. I'm not sure if you looked at Maresca how he plays and
Yeah,
how he
yeah.
plays his wingers. It's going to suit Mudrik perfectly.
And quickly, if you guys don't mind, I want to hear from Eddie quickly before we move on from that topic.
Yeah, sure.
Eddie's
Eddie, if you're still there, I want to hear from you. Whether you think Nkunku plays a predominantly come 24-25 season. A lot of people aren't too sure. Even I, just the fact that I recognize he can play centrally, he can play on either flanks, he can play as a 9-10 left wing, right wing. Um, so to me, I'll just say no need to be specific, but let's hear your thoughts.
If you look at Nkuku, the best period he had so far with Chelsea was during pre-season with Poch. Himself and Jackson worked so well during
Mm.
pre-season. They did very well. And now we're looking at that lineup starting Nkuku and Jackson. But unfortunately, the last game of pre-season, Nkuku got injured. So that really threw spanner in the works for our season starting. So that gave us a really bad start because if we look at the games they played together, they were like interchanging properly. It was working for us. They knew they were forming kind of synergy. There was understanding between them coming into the new season, but unfortunately he got injured. So going for this season now, the best scenario, what could happen what will happen that would really benefit Chelsea is if we can move Sterling on, to be honest, in whatever even to send him out on loan, because Sterling is going to be a big problem, to be honest, this coming season. I don't know what way it's going to happen, but considering his big wage and everything that we're trying to bring down, is really, really a big problem for Chelsea as it stands. But if Nkuku is going to start this season, he can play as a nine, he can play behind the striker, he can operate from the wing. He's quite adaptable. He works well. So if because just as Dante said, if as things stand, if that's which means if we are not buying any player, the squad we have now, which means it's going to be Nkuku, Jackson as our striker, and then David Washington, is it? That's his name, the young lad. Those are the ones
Yeah,
that will.
that is if he stays.
Yeah, that's if he stays. The young lad, I don't see him sitting because he hardly got games last season and it's not good for his development. So obviously they will find the way to move him out on loan. So if Nkuku can stay fit, if we don't sign anybody, even Alvarez, Sesko, then I think Nkuku and Jackson, if they work together, but we should remember as well when we were playing preseason, Palmer wasn't there at the time. So we have Palmer as well to fit into this system. So it's down to Maresca. And as we said, Modric is a better fit than Nkuku from the left or Sterling. To be honest, that's my opinion.
And Chimera is saying from Kunko, I think we should be thinking which position are his ankles and Cisco. I don't like you, man. Stop doing that to me. I want to host a show. Keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. The likes do go along with 95 likes, 5 more to get it to 100. Let's make it happen and shoot for a lot more before the show ends. Like I said, my boys are no school for I think 2 weeks or so. So it's going to be, I can go as much as I want to, simply if something emergency comes up. I need to see yeah, we'll talk about that. I think I responded to that particular comment right there. Anything else to address in the chat before I see if Tiger has any questions for us? He asks, good question. Does Starling get a chance in Mariska's system? I'm going to say this. I think we need to talk about that at length. Starling was as good as he was at City because City was a unit rehashed. Sterling didn't have to do too much then to be good. So at Chelsea, I think, in my opinion, his biggest problem is that we were expecting too much of him, and he wanted to lead. And you can say not, but he wasn't capable of leading by example. And I think the more we rehearse we become, and the less we demand of Raheem Sterling as a leader, as the more experienced player, I think he'd be good if he's just one of the players there, and he makes runs that he's the top in merchant, to be more specific. He can score coilers, he can score a set piece at times, but he will almost always be at the right place at the right time when we become more rehearsed. And chances are Maresco knows him that well that he would want to keep him. That's just my opinion. But that let's hear you, Raheem Sterling. Do you think he has a place come 24-25 season?
Like I was saying, I hope not. And if he's not in the plans for the following year,
I'm
I
sorry, you're not the manager.
I know. But I mean, if he's not in the plans for the future or past this year, say we're trying to move him, we just can't move him because of his wages. We've tried, blah blah, and he stays.
Mm.
But we don't really want him, but he's staying because we couldn't move him. We couldn't get a loan for him. We couldn't sell him, obviously, but he's staying. So if he stays, and the plan is not to have him there the following year either, I don't think we should be using him because that we're just wasting the young talent that we have to develop them more and give him more game time. I think that I would just sit him. In my opinion, I wouldn't play him at all. I would just sit him. Now, if he does play, I think he can suit the style. Just what I was going to ask Tiger earlier if
Yeah,
he
he
knows
can sit the side. Yeah.
how Maresca plays. So Maresca loves his left wing, right winger, but he likes them not to be involved as much in the build-up play. He likes them to sit out wide, keep the left back and right back busy, touch the touchline basically, and a little bit like Man City, like Sterling played in Man City. He wasn't involved too much in the build-up, but when they went forward and attacked, they make runs, back post runs, and he would score plenty of goals doing that, like tap-ins and turn left, right, shoot, score. So that's why Mudryk will suit that style very well, but Sterling will suit that style as well if he stays and actually plays. So I think they'll both suit the style, no problem. More they're not involved as much in the build-up play as in the possession play. Yeah, pass here and there, pass back, but their
Yeah,
main
it's a
role,
simplified
from what
approach.
I've researched and looked into Maresca, is to sit out wide, keep that space, keep the left back, right back, spread it out wide, and get involved in the play when the midfielders come through, and it really press from each post, the back post. So and make some runs from the back post. I mean, towards the back post. So he uses that a lot. So I think Mudryk will be very beneficial with that. Why? Because he's got so much speed, obviously, and he won't have to be involved in the build up as much. So I think they'll both be very, I think they'll be quite suited. Even Noni, for that reason, he'll be quite suited. Noni's a bit more, he likes the ball to dribble. He's a bit more selfish. So we'll see if he does like to not have the ball as much and sit out wide and then make more runs in behind. So we'll see what happens with Noni. But I think Mudryk is very suited to that. He did that a lot at Shakhtar. And obviously Sterling did it at City quite a lot as well. So he was quite successful in it at a City. So look, I think they'll suit that. If he's going to play, we'll see. I don't know. I hope he doesn't. But yeah, if he's here, who knows?
I think you did say something that I think it's very important. I think the same thing I said, but you said it differently. I think was it 3 days ago? You did say something to the effect of Enzo Maresca preferring more team play than individual plays, and if that's the case, I think keeping it simple. Simple. This one was stupid. There's a three S's in design. We use that term, but I haven't used it in a while. I think, given the fact that Maresca prefers a more team approach than individual displays, I think Sterling will fit in. If anything, if the club decides that definitely they want him gone, I think it will come down to his salary because he earns quite a lot. But if he can perform and prove that he's worth how much he's earning, I don't think they mind keeping him because they want to win. But
Yeah.
I'm going to repeat these. The more rehearsed will become and the more simplified approach we use, where we see a lot more team play, like simple passes, short passes, keeping it close and all that. You wouldn't even know how bad he is, in my opinion. But Eddie, let's hear you. Do you think Raheem Sterling has a place in this team under Enzo Maresca?
I was gonna actually start from your very last sentence there.
So you want to
If
do a tapping on me?
Yeah, exactly, big one. But you took it from me because I
Tap
didn't have the
in.
opportunity to speak before you. So, if he can keep, like, because of his big wage, if he doesn't nail that place down to be starting regularly, it's going to be a problem. Other players know the salary is on. So if Sterling does not really nail it down, pull up trees for us this season, and like I said, it's going to be a big problem. So
Mm,
if he is not ready to really take on that challenge of being the main man, because he was brought in to be the main man, so if he's not going to be the main man this coming season with the system the new owners are adopting about bringing down wages, and he's still on this high wage, and the other players are aware of it. And if he's only an impact sub coming on, or even not sometimes not even being in the squad when he's fit, it's going to be a big problem. So he has a big season coming for him. He really needs to work hard and ensure that he nails down that position and is performing week in, week out. That will silence other members of the squad. But if not, it's going to be a big problem for us because of his wage. So I don't see reason. So it's down to him. Otherwise, we have a big problem, as I said, and I stand on that.
yeah, I'm. Listen, as good as he can become under Maresca, given that we've seen a more of a team approach than a reliance on individual players. I still think his salary will be an issue. But let's say a Tiger. I don't know if I paid attention whether Tiger is a big Raheem Sterling fan or not. I know Roger is his uncle, and records his low percentage with regards to completed dribbles. Those man, he's an awful dribbler, maybe off late, but in Liverpool days, he was good. I don't know what changed. But Tiger, let's say do you think Raheem Sterling has a place on the on Enzo Maresca?
Yeah, coach. I mean, uh, it's well, to summarize it, I would like to say that it's more than what the owners think and the management think than what I think. And the latest reports that I have read and the credible ones, which people say, Fabrizio Romano says that Chelsea considers Sterling as a major part of the project. So if he's part of the project, which is a very, um, you know, repetitive work, repetitive word in the last 2 years for Chelsea Football Club and its fans, I guess he's not going anywhere, and the manager has to slot him in no matter what. And
You
I
don't think his
personally,
salary will be an issue?
I don't think so. They will have some loopholes defined, and if he's a part of the project, I don't think so. He's going. Either he needs to bargain because see, this is also a point. Dante also said this, reminded us all that he doesn't want to go to
Don't
Saudi,
take
right?
anything Dante tells you seriously.
Yeah, I mean, so if he's not going to Saudi, and he's very clear about it, at his wage structure right now, no other and the performances he's delivering, no other club, Premier League stature or anywhere around the world really wants to have Sterling. So he would also like to, he would also have the incentive to be in the Premier League, play for Chelsea, by adjusting some of his wage demands if he likes to sign a new contract. So it's more pressure on him than on Chelsea Football Club, in my humble opinion, because there are no suitors right now. For a person like Enzo Fernandez, or a person like Palmer, if they are out in the market, there are a lot of suitors, so they won't budge around. Consider the example of Mason Mount. He had a Manchester United standing over there with 65 million in hand, and approving his all wage demands that he wanted to have, no matter how cynical it may sound to the Chelsea owners. But the Manchester United owners were very fine with it, and he's there because he had suitors. He had the option to stand on that wage demand and imply that I won't stay, or I won't reduce the wage demand. Sterling don't enjoy that liberty. Sterling has no age in his favor. Sterling has no wage structure in his favor, and Sterling has no
Performance.
potential or cap in his favor to demand that.
Hmm. Go ahead, Tiger. Were you still speaking? Did I cut you off?
No, coach,
Uh,
that was it.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let's give those in the chat the microphone, then we'll come back. Maybe Tiger has some. We get some questions, more questions in the chat. Or Tiger, maybe he has a question for us. Big up to you too, Jay, the 2 a.m. guy. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Fabrizio is a Chelsea payroll. Rashi, why are you crying, man? Did he lie when he told us that United tried to turn the head of Tosin and he decided to come to Chelsea? And Thomas Tuchel, now he's rejected you. Stop crying. Somebody please give him tissue. He's a friend. I know he's a United fan, but he's a friend. Give him tissue. Calm him down, please. We have to be nice. We're known to be nice here. Kashila, it's a good question. Nkunku flexed with injuries, and we've seen it. We've seen it in the flesh. Yeah, and I agree. That was why we addressed it. I never said it wasn't a good question, Chimera. But of course, you have to. You always try to turn those in the chat against me. Can Starling play possession? But oh, that's his thing. That's his bread and butter. You can say pizza and pepperoni. What else comes to mind? That's his thing. The more the team plays, has the team is, and the less demand you have on Starling in terms of leading the team. If he's on the pitch just to, you can say, participate in the play, pop up in the right places at the right time in the final third. Believe me, he will get you a lot of goals and a lot of assists too. I get it. The goal quota he set for himself before the season started led to him being a lot selfish than usual, because I City he wasn't that selfish. Correct me if I'm wrong. And he's saying, why would he be a headache for Maresca? I don't think he'd be. But I know you're asking the question there. You need a Barcelona update. We don't have any Barcelona update. The last time I read something about Barcelona was something that suggested that I think that may have been a troll, though.
No,
That
I have an update,
they don't
coach,
have the
if
right
you would
to
allow me.
register him or so something to that effect. Go ahead, Tiger. Were you
I
saying something?
Yeah. So Barcelona, and this was also kind of my question. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
It's kind of a far-fetched question, more like a horoscope idea. But
hmm
as per the
Horoscope
reports,
idea.
as per the reports, so you guys need to
Go ahead.
forecast. So it's kind of a that. So yeah. So basically, there are reports, and Ancelotti said it on TV, on like on these are his words, that Real Madrid will not participate in the Club World Cup organized by FIFA because of the payment or the amount issue they are giving them. So maybe, and it's still a maybe, it depends whether they participate or not, Barcelona can get to the Club World Cup. So that's the decent news for the chat member asking for
Mhm.
Barcelona news. So you guys, congratulations, you are gonna play with us Chelsea in the Club World
They're
Cup,
gonna play with the big boys.
the big boys. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tiger, for helping with that, answering that question. If
Yeah,
we
and then another
go ahead,
update: Barcelona. They said they are finding it hard to register their new manager and some players
is
for
that
the.
true or a troll?
Oh yeah, not a troll. It's true. They have to work around it to make sure
Wow.
they sign. They get some players signed for the new season, just as it happened last season before they signed Alonso and all of them. So they're still in the same situation now. So they might have to find a way around it to sign. Then both the new manager, and some players. I've forgotten the list of players now that they are finding hard to sign on for next season. So that's, I don't think it was a troll.
That's serious, really. I thought it was a joke, and I didn't take it seriously when I read it. Victor Angayere is saying, if it were up to me, I would sell Starlin. Yeah, if selling him was going to be easy. As for Nkunku, he can be a striker and play on the left and the right too, centrally as a 10-2. And I am sure the coach will interchange him in Jackson. It will almost always be a fluid approach under Enzo Maresca. Even I think that Dante did talk about that the last time, how he turned how he started playing what's his name, the former English international in Jamie Vardy into, you can say, a hybrid number 9. He had to drop deep to participate in the play in most cases. Oscar, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. We're all good. Any day above ground is a good day. Breaking news: Olise choose Chelsea as his destination. Has chosen. bro? Egbon, are you joking or you're serious? Let me know, please. Sterling wage isn't
Yeah,
a
no, no.
problem. Palmer knew Malang Sarr was on 150K when he signed his 75K deal. I'm just saying, in terms of the club keeping him, I'm not saying he will cause problems, but definitely to some extent he will cause problems because when it's time to renew the contract of some of those players that will be looking to earn, uh, uh, like you say, a wage or that measures whatever the top earner is earning, especially if we're talking about the players that are doing well. Mine, when it's get that day, you will know. I do tell everybody, keep dropping the likes on the shin, people. The likes do go a long way. October 4th. That's my birthday. I'm a Libra. In some ways, the issues is Mudryk, not Starling. Starling has played his way and can beat a man and score goals. Not all the time. His dribble success rate hardly gets to 50%, usually in the 30s. In my opinion, in not opinion, actually, that's a fact, really. And his overall season dribble success starts. I don't know whether he got to 50, but he hardly gets to 50. Yeah, this team truly needs players who have a winning mentality, and we need to play players who understand the unity, not selfishness. They must cooperate with each other at Chelsea, yeah, to do well. And Jay is in the house. I think that's a question. Do you guys think Enzo's system inverting fullbacks can limit the pure fullback capabilities of Reese and Gusto? Wow, that's a serious one. Eddie, let me start with you on this one. You there, Eddie?
Yes,
Go ahead. Let's start with you on this one. If you can see the question on the screen, do you want me
uh,
to read it out for you?
please do.
It reads, do you guys think Enzo Maresca's system of inverting fullbacks can limit the pure fullback capabilities of Reece James and Gusto? That's the question.
For Rhys James, no. For Rhys James, no, because Rhys James is capable of operating in the midfield. So if that's what is supporting the midfield, I think he'll be comfortable doing that. But for Malo Gusto, I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, players will adapt to whatever changes the manager brings. So I think they'll be capable. They are young, so they should be able to cope with whatever system comes. But for Rhys James, I think Rhys James will be well equipped for that. To be honest.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dante. If you're there, can you start speaking? And I'd like you to take over. I'll be back in a few minutes. Dante, are you there?
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it.
No problem. Yep. I mean, Reese, I think, will do pretty well inverting. But I mean, Maresca inverts the left. He can invert the right as well. And sometimes he's inverted both at the same time. But I think it'll mostly be the left. So mostly be Cucurella. Usually the left is a bit more used a bit more. So yeah, I mean, if he inverts, of course, James can do it, no problem. He's played in that defensive midfield role before as well. So he's a good passer, strong. He'll be well suited to that. Doesn't need to make those runs up and down, which will help him a little bit. Of course, then you got Gusto, who loves running up and down, and he can do it no problem. So yeah, we've got great depth there. There's no problem at all. It just gives us more options. It's a good problem to have, so I'm not worried about that at all, actually. The left back, Cucurella, is the starter as of now. My opinion is that Chilwell will probably be the man. He's one of the men that really does not fit the Maresca style at all. I cannot see him inverting, so he's going to have a tough time fitting into this team and playing the possession style based system. He's an odd man out for me in that system, and I've been saying this for quite a while now that we should definitely be looking to sign a left back that can play that role and challenge Cucurella, or even start over Cucurella, but at least challenge him for the starting position there. Bit of other news on Chilwell. I did see some stuff on X earlier that apparently he's put up his house for sale. So I'm not sure if that's just them doing real estate. It's a mansion, actually. It's not a house. It's a huge house. It's the family house. So they've put up the house for sale. So it's an interesting one to see if that's linked in any way at all. So I'm sure there'll be more news to follow on that. But that's an interesting one that he's done that. So did you know anything about that, Eddie? You there, Eddie?
Oh, sorry, Dante was. Sorry, I was just attending to a call there. Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying.
No problem.
Yeah, sorry.
No. You didn't. You missed everything.
Yes, I did to some extent. Well,
Okay. Are you okay to
yeah,
go or
only
not?
I had up to the point where you talked about Chilwell being the one that would be impacted most in terms of the
Yes.
system. Yeah.
Okay, and just a bit of news on Chilwell. Just reported on X. I've seen it a bit earlier today that he's put up his house for sale.
Oh, really?
Yes, so the family mansion,
Ooh.
the big mansion, the big house they have, they put it up for sale. So that's interesting to see if that's got anything to do with him leaving or them looking to move him on. So I thought that was quite an interesting one when I saw that.
Wow, that's a big news, to be honest.
Look, he
But
could.
as much as you know, these lads, they're very wealthy. They can afford to do whatever they want. It might be selling to buy a better one, So as much as we will not 100% say we should read a lot into that, it's quite something that we should keep an eye on, to be honest. Because just as you said, Chilwell will be greatly impacted with this new system. He's the one that would be affected, to be honest. I don't see him really adapting to the new style. So if he's thinking ahead of time, well, we wait and see.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's an outside player and he likes to dribble, but the ball's always like in front of him, far away from his body. He's not a close knit dribbler. So tight spaces and in the middle. And yeah, it doesn't suit the system at all. He's going to have a difficulty trying to adjust and to fit in. And especially how well Cucurella performed in that position.
Oh.
Yeah, it'll be very hard for him to take that spot back, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think sorry, Dante. This Vic is just putting
Yep.
up an update there. It says that Ben Chilwell puts 4.7 million sorry mansion up for sale amid security concerns due to the rise in burglaries at
Yep.
footballers' homes. Okay.
Okay, so if they're that rich, they can't afford really good security. That's a bit of a excuse for me. I don't know. I saw the house when I saw it. It's quite big. It's quite a big
Yeah.
around. I mean, you would have amazing security. I don't see that as a problem, to be honest. But anyway, when you've
Yeah.
got that much money, I think security should be. And when you're a professional like that, security
Exactly.
should be top.
So if he's putting that one up for sale, where is he going to move to? Is he not going to need security again? Where he's going to go?
Well, exactly. Where is he going to move to? Stay in the same area? Well, that makes no sense.
Exactly. So I
Yeah,
mean,
it could be an excuse. They're just saying that, but yeah, it's an interesting one. We don't know if it's related or not. I mean, these footballers do have a lot of money, obviously, and they do move around. But I know they've been there at that house for quite a while. So obviously he's been in London for quite a while at Chelsea. So the other thing to take in consideration with Chilwell is that he did see out so we signed him on an initial 5-year deal, I think, and then we gave him the 2-year extension. But because he's already done those 5 years, he's basically considered as a profit player now. Do you know what I mean?
yes, exactly.
Yeah. So if we do sell him, even if it's a less fee, because we can't get, it's pretty much pure profit because we paid everything off on him. So that's another reason. The high salary is the other reason, obviously, as well. He's one of the highest earners as well. And yeah, so there's a few little links there. And when I saw that he's put up the house for sale as well, I'm like, okay, well, you never know. They do like to plan early. It's not that easy to sell. It takes a while. So I'm like, that's an interesting one. Well, we'll keep an eye on it anyway. But yeah, I thought Vic would have known this already. He wouldn't have. Wouldn't the ex told you, Vic, at the barbecues? He would have told you stuff like this if security was a problem and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. Back to the Chilwell. Yeah. So you pretty much think the same as me about Chilwell. So yeah. It does explain why we are looking in at the market for a left back. All along, they've said they want a left back this season. So they've come good. They said they want a centre back or two. So if they got the centre back, we know we want a striker. So we're looking at obviously the striker. They named the goalkeeper and the left back as the other two positions that out of the 4 or 5 signings we're making this season that they're gonna actually look at. So for me, it makes a lot of sense. Like I said, Chilwell doesn't fit. And then if you look at the goalkeeper, it's exactly the same issue as well with the goalkeepers. Yeah, Sanchez, he said he came out in the report saying that he'll work with what he has. He's being a professional. That's what he's got to say when people ask him something like that. He can't say anything else, really, to be honest. So,
Exactly.
I still think goalkeeper, we are looking at a goalkeeper. I really do think so. And I really do think we need a proper ball playing goalkeeper. And when I saw that we're looking at that guy, Valles, that has the 25 million release clause. Yeah, he's like perfect for what Maresca wants because he's got a left foot and a right foot. He plays both feet. Price is good, age is good, fits in perfectly. That's in that system. That's the goalkeeper I would want. Yeah, he's not a big name, but he is exactly what you want. You don't find goalkeepers. They're very rare to find a goalkeeper that's both left-footed and right-footed. Very good at passing and has good technical ability at his feet like that.
Yeah. I need to
Yeah,
I need to
you'll
I need
find
to I need
a
to watch him.
Kepa, for
I haven't
example.
watched him.
Yeah, Kepa's good, but he's a right-footed. I'm pretty sure he's
Yeah.
right-footed, not left,
Yeah.
not both feet. So to find a goalkeeper at that price with 2 feet like that, I would jump at him straight away and sign him. So apparently he's no one knows him, but he's one of the goalkeepers of the season in Spain this season. So he's right up there. A lot of clubs are looking at him. So with a 25 euro, it's euro release clause as well. We should
Ooh.
be all over that one, in my opinion.
Right.
Any other questions at all, Eddie, that you've seen there, or you have any other questions you'd like to ask?
No. Okay, just a quick one about what's it called now? The links of Sesko being linked to United, Olise being linked to United. I mean,
Yes.
United are not in a position now to think about transfers, to be honest. They need to sort out their manager first. No player is going to move to them when there's still uncertainty about their manager, if they're sacking Ten Hag or not. So I don't really want to put much emphasis on Man's United being linked to all these players. They
Yeah,
need to
I
sort
agree.
out a lot. And then being a striker for Sesko is a young striker. He wouldn't want to go there to be competing with Haaland. Haaland is like, so how do they do? It's a conundrum for them. It form a big problem for them if they buy Sesko. They need if they were linked to the likes of Gurasi, someone like that, older striker they will need, not a young striker, because
But don't
Haaland
forget,
is young
Eddie,
as well.
they said they're not signing players over 25 anymore. They're going the
Really?
new.
Yeah.
Yep, they're following the model. I'm not sure if you saw the document that got leaked from Ineos and that they're implementing new model to sign players under 25 only. So they're basically pretty much copying the Chelsea formula.
Interesting. And you see the fans of Man United criticizing Chelsea's formula.
Yep.
Yeah, and now they're going into that. We wait and see what they're going to say when their owner go into that system. That's good. Good to
Yeah,
hear.
the salaries as well and stuff like that. So it's not sustainable with the new rules coming in. They can't just give 300,000 to every single player they sign, and it just doesn't work anymore. They can't sign those older players now because they want that much. So they have to look at younger players like we did from now on and start rebuilding a little bit as well. So yeah, they're going to be in a major transition I think. So it'll be interesting to see what manager goes there as well. That Tuchel pulled out as well, and I do not believe Pochettino is going there. In my opinion, I don't think they would want that type of coach there. I don't think he would want to go there and get another 2-year contract.
Exactly.
So I think they might be stuck with Ten Hag, or they'll get someone completely different, like a Southgate or something like that.
Yeah.
But we don't care too much about Manchester United. But yeah, they're going to be behind us, I think, now. They're going to start rebuilding a little bit. And I think they're going to be a little bit behind. in my opinion.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh, so yeah, look, I think we're favorites for Elise. Yeah, I think we're up there. I was reading 20 minutes ago on X that we're pretty very close. And with Sesko, I was just reading that we've actually contacted Sesko's family, and we've been speaking to the family,
Mm,
trying to convince them to choose over Arsenal, to choose us over Arsenal. So that's an interesting one as well. And the
yeah.
agent as well. We're really close with the agent. We've been in constant communication with the agent, but especially with the family. That we've made contact with the family and had a like a meeting with the family, talking the project and talking up the project and why he should choose us over Arsenal. So it looks like we're very close to both those players, to be
Wow.
honest.
Wow. If
Yeah,
Sesko and Olise comes in, mm,
yeah, and
and Alvarez, even though you're
And
not too keen
Alvarez,
on
well, that's
Alvarez,
another interesting
yeah,
one.
yeah, even though you're not too keen on Alvarez, if we can get them three in. But in all this, Dante, let me just quickly just ask this. We've
Yeah,
not mentioned a lot about Chukwuemeka. What
yeah,
role?
yeah.
Yeah. How
He's
what's going on? Mm,
he's one of those that is going to be a little bit hard to fit in,
mm,
just positionally wise, because he's a 10, can play, the attacking midfield there. He doesn't really play left wing or right wing. He doesn't play those. He's more of a central player. I haven't really seen him play much of an 8, which Maresca plays 8s. He can probably be one of the more attacking 8s, but yeah, he'll be down the pecking order a little bit if those players come in. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if he stays or how he goes. I mean, he can play the possession game because he's quite a technical for a big tall guy. He's quite technical, so he can play the passing around. But yeah, he's not good enough to be ahead of any of those guys. So it's just that if he stays, he'll be a squad player. It's simple as that. I just don't see him starting ahead of anyone in that midfield.
wow.
And not just he'll probably be like not second, he'll be like a third choice. Not
I
backup,
know,
but like a third
and he's too
choice.
young. He's too young. He's too young for that.
Yeah, look, I think if he's happy with that, then obviously it's good for us. We've got plenty of depth.
Mm,
But maybe to get a lot of game time, maybe be beneficial to go on a loan where he'll have like be a starter basically and play every game and just get a little bit better. Send him somewhere where it is a position based and they needed that type of player and he'll play. That'll be ideal, I think, for him if he doesn't want to stay. But yeah, he's one of those. I think that yeah, he's on the fringe there. It'll be hard. It'll be hard to fit him in. I just don't see him starting with the 2 8s. How we start the 2 8s, in my opinion, will be I think Palmer with the more attacking one, and it'll be Caicedo, Enzo, then Lavi at the back, and that rotation. Maybe Gallagher if he stays, Santos, and then Chukwuemeka as well. So like yeah, he'll be like a third option, maybe even third or fourth option.
mm. The only thing is we have more games this season being in Europe, so that could.
Yeah,
Mm,
I'm actually happy we're in the Conference League. I've
exactly.
been saying
Yeah.
for a while that it's great. It's a great place. If we're not going to take it seriously, it's a great place to play those players that don't get game time. Play them there. Don't send the first your stars. Don't send them. Just send the guys that fringe or that need game time or back from injuries, and send a lot of the academy boys with them. Get them experience and have a look at some academy boys as well playing.
Mm,
That's what I would use the Conference League for, in my personal opinion. I would use it for that. If we're not going to take it seriously, I would definitely use it for that. It'll be an amazing experience for all of them, for some of the academy players that are coming through. We get to look at them. They get some proper game time. They get some good competition, even though it's not the best, but it's still European competition. And yeah, look, it's beneficial for us if some of them step up and look amazing and break through. Some of them look good, and then they get offers from other clubs to go on loan or even to sell and make money. So it's actually beneficial in a lot of ways, in my opinion.
mm.
Um, if we do take it seriously, then yeah, but I don't think we should take it that serious. I know fans, a lot of fans want to add that trophy because we haven't won it. It's the last trophy in the cabinet. But look, it's not really such a prestigious trophy, to be honest.
Mm.
um, I would play it that way. That's what I would do with it. And yeah, say if we do make it a bit further, and then we want to take it seriously later on. Because don't forget, we have qualification first. We're not even qualified yet.
Yeah.
We have qualification, and I think that's over 2 legs. The qualification, or 2 rounds, or 2 legs. I can't remember exactly. I haven't looked too much into that, but we definitely have qualification. Um, I just don't know if it's over 2 legs or it's over 2 rounds. I can't remember. Um, so we do have the qualification as well. That starts quite early, and yeah, and a lot of those. If we do qualify as being one of the high rank teams, we're gonna get a pretty easy group. And yeah, I think we should. In my opinion, do you have any opinion on that as well? How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting, to be honest. Gonna really be interesting. I don't know, but sorry, just quick one before I just lose this. I just saw this one pop. I just address this quickly, if you don't
Go
mind.
ahead.
Um, it said, oh, hope I've not missed this now. Okay, yeah, it says Chelsea wants Olise, and there is a release clause, and despite this, the delay makes me feel like Olise is waiting for United to sort their manager situation. Dante, your views?
No, no, because yeah, we haven't played the release clause yet.
Hmm,
We don't we're not going to play the release clause. We're waiting for confirmation that he's choosing us, and then we'll play the release clause. I
exactly.
think that's what we're waiting for. There's no
And why
point
would
playing the release clause first, going through all that trouble, and the player
mhm.
saying no.
And why would they even let's even say he's waiting for United? Why would Olise want United over Chelsea? I don't know.
There's been report that he's a Man United fan,
Oh,
and he'll 100% start, but he'll
okay.
pretty much start for us as well on that right side, most likely. So that's not really an argument for me, the starting position, because he'll probably start for us as well on that right.
Yes.
If Palmer doesn't start the right wing, he'll start on that right wing, and Palmer will be one of the attacking eights in the middle. So yeah, look, he's not going to start every game, but he'll start majority of the games if he comes. No, he's definitely an upgrade over Madueke, that's for sure. So I think we're just waiting for confirmation to say yes, agree personal to the salary, all that rubbish that goes with it. Once he says yes, done, we'll just pay the release clause straight away, and then yeah, that's it pretty much.
And we were after him last season as well, and he's very aware of that. So I mean,
Yeah, because
yeah,
last
everyone
season I
ready.
think we tapped him up a little bit, and Crystal Palace wasn't too happy about it, and I think they
Yeah.
were trying to report us, and then we backed away, and yeah, they got him to sign a new deal. So um, yeah, I don't think we'll be making that mistake again. But yeah, now it's different now. So the player wants to move. He's gonna leave. Uh, he's got a 100% sealed release clause that they can't change now. This one, the other one was changeable, so it's a little bit different, this one. So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. But I think I'm saying it's probably like 75 to 80% done, in my opinion.
Yes, I think so. So, this other question is coming from Vic here. It says that Chukwuemeka wouldn't be focused on being a starter. He will play loads of sub if he can stay fit. Hmm.
Yeah, look, he'll play sub, but depends who stays. If Gallagher stays and Santos stays, he's not the first sub to come on. He just won't be. He'll be the third choice for one of those eights position. He's not going to be a defensive midfielder. So there's only 2 8 positions in that team. So he's not going to play left wing or right wing. I don't see him playing there. There's only those 2 positions for him to play, the 2 8 positions. So we've got quite a lot of eights. If Gallagher stays as well, he'll be like third, fourth choice. So there'll be a lot of games where he won't come on, probably won't come on at all. So yeah, if we need attacking in some games, but if we're playing good and if we're winning, like say 2-1, 3-1, or
Yeah.
I don't see him coming on. If we're winning comfortably, he'll come on, but otherwise he's not going to bring such an attacking player on. He'll rather bring a more defensive player on in that position. So yeah, I think he'll be, like I said, third choice, fourth choice. So it'll be stretched for some games. I think he won't be starting. Yeah.
Mm.
You feel the same about him, or what do you think he should do?
Yes, I have that belief as well. I think if he's down the pecking order, I mean, he's young, he's 21 or so, 2021. So it won't be an ideal situation for him to stay just not getting a lot of games, for me. So it depends on who stays, just as you said. If Gallagher is going, then he thinks, and because just as I said, we'll be having so many games to play. And who
Mhm.
says at the point he was playing very well before that injury came. If you remember, after scoring against West Ham, he got injured. He's been impacted a lot. The injury would have, I mean, progressed more than he's done so far, if not for that injury, because
Yeah, unfortunately, it's turning into a Loftus Cheek situation, isn't it?
exactly, just like Loftus-Cheek. I mean, Loftus-Cheek is one of the players that I think for now, if not for the injuries, the only one that I think we should have kept, he's the only player that I look back and say among the midfielders, Mason Mount, Kai Havertz, all of them, is the only one that I think, we should have actually, if not for the injury, to be honest.
Yeah, coach loves Loftus Cheek. He absolutely loves
I
him, don't
love
you,
him,
coach?
and for a good reason.
Exactly. Oh,
My
welcome back. Welcome back, coach.
Welcome back. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate you both. Yeah. See, here's one thing I have to say about Loftus Cheek. He has to be one of the most technically gifted players ever to have come through the Chelsea Academy system. Not the most, but one of the. He's
Yeah.
up there, and I think at the time under Thomas Tuchel, shockingly, we had eight, so-called eight, who weren't able, actually, for me, not as good as Loftus Cheek can be in that eighth position. But Thomas Tuchel preferred playing him in a deeper position as one of the 2 6s or as a wing back in a 3-4-2-1 system. But I get it, not a defensive role given the application. But for me, I wish him well. He had to leave probably because they didn't want to keep him. And Vicky saying Dante perspective. Olise walks into United 100%. Olise is a United fan. Yes, also Maresca plays with Boston wingers. That's more Noni than Olise. I don't believe we will sign Olise. And but I didn't Jude, this the CEO of Chelsea FC Jingles, didn't he say about again 30 minutes ago that he says breaking that Olise that he's chosen Chelsea over United. Victor,
That's
I'm guessing this
yeah.
is a berry on X saying it seems Olise wants Manchester United because I don't really want to have players that wouldn't put 100% loyalty. I mean, you have players do have preferences, to be honest, but they work where they get hired. It's more like you having a preference for a school you'd like to, a college you prefer over the others. But once it happens that you cannot get your preference, you study where you where you find yourself. It's as simple as that. I'm not too concerned whether he's a Man United fan and ends up joining us. That's the least of my concerns, really. I'm just talking to Keishan. Thank you for subscribing to his YouTube channel. And why is he not saying? It's not saying yes because he wants to see who is United's manager. Okay, I'm guessing that's Olise. Anyway, I would like to see him at Chelsea. Yeah, he came through the club's academy, so there's should I say affiliation there? I don't know. And his brother is still at Chelsea. Stiaka, nice to see you. Thank you so much for saying that. But we had capable hands leading in my absence. I don't know. Do we have any other question? Any other thing we want to talk about? Or if you're in the chat, you have questions. Dante, anything else you want us to talk about? AD.
No, coach, we've covered pretty much anything. There was one little interesting thing I saw on X. The International Center for Sports Studies just released what's it called? Basically, a report and analysis of sort of the best African players, highest rated African players, and values
Ooh,
as
yeah, go
well.
ahead.
And guess who's top of the list?
Jackson. I did see it, but
Jackson.
go ahead. Yeah.
Jackson, valued at 99 million euros.
Wow. And
That's
you can
his
say
market
that's
value.
reflective. Go ahead, Eddie.
No, that was Dante speaking. Dante, go on.
Oh, Dante, go ahead. Were you still
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
something?
yeah. He's the top of the list at 99 million euros, based on obviously age, performance, league, all the analysis. They're one of the top ones that do it. So he's the most valuable at the moment. He's the most valuable African player.
How credible
Os-
is that? How credible is that?
yeah, Osman if Osman came in at fourth at 86 million.
Oh.
Hmm. Yep, and some news here, an update from Fabrizio Romano, which says Fabrizio Romano and Michael Olise, both clubs, Man United and Chelsea, remain in the race. They both made a contact with people involved and with Olise to show their interest. But for now, I would say Chelsea are in a different position because they already have a new manager and signed. Let me see what else here. And already have a new manager and signed a new player Tosin Adarabioyo. They are pursuing, they are pushing in the market to make things happen as soon as possible in July, possibly because they want to have players as many as possible in the preseason. So Elise is a target for Chelsea for sure, and also United. It's an open race, but Chelsea at the moment are really pushing it because they consider Elise a fantastic player. I think we'll get the deal over the line. But the fact that United are still in the race is a bit concerning. It could go either way because Fabrizio is saying clearly that both clubs are still in the race to sign the player. And JC, big up JC. I appreciate you finding the time to join this particular morning. It's been how many? When last did I see you? But I hope you're doing well, brother. Always nice to see you. Lisa, agreed personal terms. It's up to Palace and Chelsea to agree on payment. The personal terms in your reference, and I think that was the one we agreed, that was agreed upon last transfer window. He has multiple suitors right now, so he knows chances are the other club could offer him more. I don't think he'd be in a hurry to come to Chelsea, irrespective of what you think. So that's just me. That's just a theory, in my opinion. Let's see. Keep dropping the likes on the stream. With the likes do go along. I appreciate you all. And Phil is saying just okay, responding to someone there, Jay, watch out. JC always looking for trouble. Ebere, Victor, I appreciate you. Let me see. I have to make you a moderator. You go. That's my bro in the house there. All right, people, 106 likes. We still have 169 people watching, 59 of those on YouTube, the rest on X. I appreciate you all. Anything else here to address, or if you have any questions, drop it in the chat. Otherwise, if we don't have anything else to talk about, we'll be rounding up soon. Let me see whether Vic has anything new to talk about there. I have to open that. Give me 1 second. But if you're there, Eddie, if you have anything you want us to talk about, Vic, or you Dante, you go ahead, bro. So let me go to Vic's main page. We can be going through some of the stuff that pops up on his. Oh my goodness, why is it taking too long to switch? Am I there already? I think I may be there already. Okay, there you go. We've talked about nah, not that one. We've addressed that.
Yeah, coach. Just if you want to know the other guys on the list, or if you want to bring
Yeah,
up the
yeah.
list.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so Mohamed Kudus at number 2 for 89 million euros.
Mm.
Victor Boniface, number 3, 86 million euros. Like I said, Osman at number 4. And then number 5, the Real Madrid guy, Brahim Diaz.
Brahim Diaz.
Yeah,
Is he
we
still
do
a,
have
is he still a Real Madrid player but on loan?
Yeah, he's on loan, and we got Diomande, the Sporting centre back that we are looking at and that's actually his release clause, 60 million euros, and that's his value, seventh Diomande from Sporting. We've got Tabsoba from Bayern Leverkusen. We've got number 9. He makes the top 10. I can't believe he makes it. Andre Onana.
Oh yeah.
50
I'm
million.
guessing you find it funny because you don't believe he did well for United, don't you?
He's not worth 50 million, but yeah, that's his value, 50 million. So yeah, he's the number 9 most African player. And then number 10 is Simon Adingra from Brighton. Oh, the young kid from Brighton. Yeah, wow.
Adingra, yeah, he did well in the Nations Cup. He's
Yeah.
Ivorian, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
So that was
not
interesting.
bad.
I couldn't believe Jackson's up the top. Is the most valuable African player.
He did well. He did well, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, yeah, when you take in where he's playing, who he's playing for, the age and all that and everything, how many goals he scored, assists,
I'm shocked
everything.
that is Gurasi there. Gurasi and Victor Boniface, are they both there?
Boniface is fourth.
Fourth?
Sorry, third.
Third, okay. Gurasi?
And then Osimhen is fourth. No, Gurasi is not in the top 10. I only know the top 10. Yeah,
Probably age factor.
probably the age factor. Yeah. It'll
Yeah.
probably be just outside the top 10 most likely, but it's only top 10 it shows.
Yeah, keep dropping the likes on the stream, people. 108. Let's see if we can get more likes there. We always win the transfer window. It's our thing. And Walter Amoregbe, big up to you too, bro. I hope you're doing well. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show. So this year, we've addressed this. Wembridge suggested Chelsea. He suggested maybe Chelsea should have waited. Chelsea should have waited for Gareth Southgate before appointing Maresca. There will definitely be people looking at him, Southgate, but it just depends how his tournament goes. I don't want Southgate. I don't trust him as a manager, really. What the heck is wrong with Wembridge? Why suggest Southgate for Chelsea? Really?
Coach, I told you this Vince guy, he just flip flops.
No, but he's quoting someone. That's something we'll have to pay attention to.
Yeah.
He says that's what Ken. He's saying that's what Wembridge is suggested.
Oh, don't mind Wembridge. Don't mind Wembridge, to be honest. Just forget.
He's the assistant coach, so he has to say something nice about his boss.
Oh, forget Wembridge, to be honest. Bring back Southgate. I'd rather give Thiago Silva a chance.
Honestly, I would. Yeah, like what the heck is that for? Can we can we get a 99 million Madrid bid for Jackson? Yeah. Look at you. You're not being you're not being nice there. Maya, who would want a Southgate? Yeah, I don't want him, and I'm quite sure we're not gonna do that. And then I'm not sure why Wembridge is suggesting that. And this also quoting the Daily Mail says, it is feared that Nicola Jackson may not be fully fit for the start of Chelsea's preseason campaign after suffering an ankle injury while playing for Senegal last week. That's concerning. Really, remember, Southgate is a package that comes with Steve Holland. Even at that, I'd say no. Hello to you too, Mr. No. Steve Holland is not a guarantee. Leicester City have identified Graham Potter as their new first choice target to replace Enzo Maresca. Good luck to him there. Nothing new. This one says, okay, Carlo Ancelotti comments. I didn't pay much attention to that because I suspected something wasn't quite right there. Okay, yeah, they will take part in FIFA Club World Cup. Forget the interpretation of what people believe that Carlo Ancelotti did say at the time. Chelsea are currently monitoring the situation of Julián Álvarez, but he's not seen as a priority for the club right now, with Benjamin Sesko preferred. Okay, that's some clarity there. Give me sport. You can argue. I've said this 1,000 times, and I think that's the case. I think Fabrizio Romano is the co-owner of that online news outlet.
Did you hear us, Coach, when
nothing else? Yeah, go ahead.
When me and Eddie were talking, that report that came through that we've made contact to Sesko's family directly, and we're speaking to his family.
Mm.
Yeah, so we're
Made
speaking
contact with who?
with Sesko's family. We're speaking to his family
Benjamin
directly.
Sesko.
Yes, we set up a meeting with them to convince them, because they're a big part of his team, of Sesko's team, and to convince them that the project is right for him at Chelsea and not to join Arsenal. So we've made contact directly with his family
Who
and with his
reported that?
agent. Yeah.
No, who reported that?
I can't remember now. I've scrolled away from it. I don't know where it is. It was pretty credible source. I can't remember who it was now. That was around. It was around 20 minutes ago. I'll try to look for it again, Coach.
Yeah, Southgate is suited for United. Let them have him, please. If I don't want him as Chelsea manager because I think he sucks tactically. Arsenal want Alvarez apparently, and I haven't heard that. Um, um, they prefer Sesko, and some outlets a week ago were suggesting that Benjamin says his preference will be Arsenal. So if you're in the chat, if you have any questions, drop it there. We're going to be addressing. Let me go back to the presentation window. We have a few items out that just emerged that I want us to address. This one here, Chelsea have submitted a contract offer to prime Arsenal striker target Benjamin Sesko, but Mikel Arteta could reportedly go down a different route by landing Dominic Solanke for the Gunners. Solanke, is he a good option for us?
No, not in my opinion. He's too old, first of all.
Really? Is you saying he's too old?
Well, for our project, Coach. How old is he? 27, 28 now?
No, I don't think he's 28. I think at
20.
most 27. Let me check. Eddie, what do you make? What do you make of
Yeah,
Dominic Solanke as an option?
he's 26, turning 27 soon. Yeah.
Not bad. I mean, experience is and if our priority is to sign an experienced Premier League
But they
striker, I think
have
it wouldn't be
put a
bad.
65 million pound price on his head.
Then probably I don't think we'll go for him. In my opinion, it wasn't like he ripped up trees in the last season. He did well, but yeah, I'm not sure how to see that. Yeah, Eddie, go ahead. You wanted to say something?
I don't know about. I don't
As
know.
an
I don't
option.
know. I don't know about Solanke, to be honest. I don't know. I would rather Alvarez, to be honest. That's for me. Even though the price margin is too wide, well, Alvarez for me. There's something about that guy. To be honest, I don't know. I just can't take him off my mind.
Yeah,
And
I
then
think. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Nigeria kicks off in 20 minutes, coach. I'm gonna watch that.
Nigeria versus who again?
Benin Republic.
Benin
World Cup
Republic in 20
qualifier,
minutes.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Maybe let me see if I can find it.
Just
Hopefully
another
it's in
question
35.
for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
What do you guys think of Jadon Sancho?
No.
To Chelsea, too expensive salary.
No.
I don't think we
Manchester
can
United
afford
have
him.
put a 40 million price on his head.
40 million, not bad, but his
40
salary
million,
is still
yes.
an issue.
Yeah,
No,
he will have to change salary, but
no. I don't rate Sancho at all.
okay. Yep.
No. Even for 20 million, no. No way. He does. What does Sancho bring to the game? Sometimes he just stands on one. You never no movement from Sancho. Sancho is not better than Noni. He's just overhyped. That's me. Sancho. What does Sancho bring to the? No way, Sancho. Not for me though. No way. Never
I think
rated him.
I agree with that comment. It's just too, you can say, luxury signing. Maybe
Yep. No, I agree as
we don't
well. I
even
just
need
saw
him.
the report.
He hasn't
Yeah.
performed consistently. He really did struggle at United. Yeah. Sorry?
Well, he's done very well at going back to Dortmund. He's been a star
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
So
The case may well be that he's more suitable to the German to the Bundesliga than the Premier League. That may well be the case. We never know.
and obviously, he had the big falling out with Ten Hag. That's why too. The coach, they
Yeah,
didn't get
exactly.
along.
That's an issue too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's May give up Maguire. Is that Maya? And I'm not seeing this on the other screen too. Cisco family getting a perfect treatment just to bring him there. He may walk 26. And 35 to 40 million for Solanke would be a fair deal, but not for Chelsea. He should be looking at West Ham United. Yeah. Sancho makes us 350k, which that's definitely an issue. Nice to see you. I hope you're doing well, and I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Let's see anything else. Jadon Sancho, not bad, but hey, I don't rate him. Yeah, I have concerns too. I think he's a good player, but I don't think we should go for him. His salary plus how much we'll be paying for him, to me, an issue. Kim, so nice to see you. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. He says, hell no, Scamcho is trash. Even at BVB is overrated. That I'm inclined to believe that's the case, really. Scamcho had one good game with BVB. It was against who? Against Money SG. Wow. Arsenal won't get
That's
Alvarez. I don't
PSG.
think they will get him.
PSG.
Go ahead, Eddie.
PSG. That's
Yeah,
money.
PSG. I realized that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's creative, really. Sesko, no. Let's see. Big up to you too. Maya, I hope you're doing well. My minus, no worries, bro. You're fine. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Why am I not seeing that on the other screen? Is it because you changed your name? I think the game will be starting in a few minutes, and I really want to see that game. Anybody has anything else on the panel he wants us to address before we call it a day? And I can't thank 80.
There's breaking news.
Enough.
There's breaking news. It said Arsenal is ready to pay 90 million euro for Osimhen. Fabrizio
Romano?
Yeah, they're ready.
The Arsenal are ready to pay 90 million for Osimhen.
Yeah, but that's euro. They're not going to accept that.
That doesn't mean
90
nothing.
million euros. Oh
No,
yeah,
euros.
I don't think. De
Laurentiis will be like,
he's not going to
it's
pick up that
120 or
call.
nothing.
He's not even
Simple.
going to pick up that call. He's not going to pick up the call. Not to talk of talking to them. De Laurentiis, no way,
No chance.
no chance.
He's already made it very clear. If he wants to leave and anyone wants him, they got to play the release clause.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. With that, I think we've come to the natural end of the show. Except if anybody else on the panel has anything else to add, I want to go watch the Nigerian game too. Kim So Morning speaks and he says, "Coach, there's a red fire behind you. Can you just leave me alone, please? There's a red fire behind your back. It's a throwing red light on you. Just go away. I'm nothing red here. You're
No.
No,
sorry. It's not actually the real. I don't know. This is not from Fabrizio. Sorry.
It's a fake Fabrizio?
Yeah, the fake Fabrizio. Sorry.
Okay.
The fake one got you. Yeah.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah.
Look at and we see Arsenal cannot negotiate for their life. Yeah, no, it says all right. Thank you. No, thank you, Kim. So thank you, JC. Thank you, Maguire, Maya. I appreciate you finding the time to join the show this particular morning. Maya, the rapper. I hope you're doing well. And we also have EE. It's been a minute. I hope you're doing well. And Victor, thank you so much. And to those of you on the panel, I appreciate you all. Bobby also was on the panel. I cannot thank you guys enough. With that, we've come to the natural end of the show. And if I missed your name, apologies. I'm only human. See you guys next time. God bless us all. And cheers.
Yeah, bye, Coach. Bye, Dante.
Bye.
Thank you,
everyone.
Coach. Thank you, Eddie.
In my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. Oh, oh, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. Oh, oh, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. Oh, oh. 'Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la, 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 la. La, 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 la. Oh, oh. And I'm up up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day. I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capped in space. I won't stop till I hear him say, and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM, that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine, yeah, true passion shines. And I'm through passing time, I choose stacking dimes. You snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say, oh, oh, la 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 la, la 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 la.